Bros Small Talk. We're gonna talk about. I don't. Are we talking? What does TCG Weekly News mean? Is that like
We're just
a
going to talk about stuff in
cross?
we're just going to talk about
Are we
stuff in
folk?
TCG as we're now live. And Chris Smith has a
Oh,
very
cool.
controversial opinion of Ash Ketchum.
He's a loser, man.
Nah, that dude sucks. Took him
Yeah, look at
took him
that.
20
Look,
years to win a
I
championship. Sorry,
know.
dog.
I had an argument with my LGS owner Stan at Boar's Hat, and he goes, "Man, Ash Ketchum's the goat." And I go, "Dude, that guy sucks. It's taking
He's
him
the
how
goat.
long to win?
He's
It's
the
like
goat you tie up for the T-Rex if that's what you're talking about.
facts, like we're dropping some knowledge here, man. We
The
got
yeah, when your slogan is "Gotta catch 'em all" and your main character catches like 10, I think you've lost the plot.
hell
Wow.
yeah,
I can
man.
say
That
that
is
because I've been
sick.
watching Pokemon since they started airing it in America. I'm an
Oh, I
OG.
mean,
Fight me.
I don't think I
I
think it's
watched it
gone.
every day before
Yeah,
school
man. I mean,
when I was in fourth
I went,
grade.
I stopped watching that and started watching like Ghost in the Shell and Dragon Ball and Naruto, and I went to cool anime.
I
I
was
think
a
a to
I was a
I think
loser.
I
Ghost
went
So
to
Ghost in
Duel
the Shell
Master,
2028. Where's Hitch at? You're in chat, right? Hitch
fingers crossed.
2028. Ghost in the Shell.
and I
I
I don't
went
know
just
if
watched
he's in.
first
I
Ghost
went
in
I
the
to
don't
Shell
know
for
Duel
if
the
he's
first
in
time
chat,
last
Masters.
but
year.
I'm calling Hitch from the heavens. Ghost in the Shell.
I mean,
You know it.
Hitch does occasionally show up, but I know he's quite busy. Guile occasionally
Oh,
shows up.
I know. I just like giving him crap because
Yeah.
every time I see him, I'm like, "Hey, man, where's my set?" And then he goes, he just
I
shakes
can't
his
say
head and
anything.
walks away. Yeah, I did play a game with him in Dallas. That was fun.
And who
I
I had
meant
a
to
won?
talk to him
blast.
in Dallas, but I got distracted.
He played. Okay, so he was playing an all Infinity deck,
Ooh.
Yeah.
every card in Infinity, and he was like, "I
With
really wanted a character with speed." So guess what character he had? Take a guess. Take a
Well,
random guess.
okay,
speed.
give us a set.
Standard. It's standard. So
Standard
20. It's in standard.
character with
They,
speed.
Kai Kiske.
I'm gonna go with
no,
I'm gonna go
not even
with
close.
Batra.
No, not even close. It was Vaxodel Vax
Oh,
1.
okay,
Max
okay,
Because
yeah.
one.
he's
Nice.
like, I wanted 3 speed on a move. I'm like, but dude, like, you could have picked any other character in
Again,
the
there's
entire
better
game
ways
that
to get
there's
better
better
ways
ways to
to get
get
free
speed.
speed.
But yeah, it was really cool though. It was funny, and I think what did I play into him? I think I only had Rodan. No, I played Nina because I had a Nina proxy deck going, and I played Nina into him. It was funny. Yeah, he did resolve the 13 diff. It was very
Yeah.
cool. It was like on a 4. It was kind of
Nice.
sick, right? It was cool.
You know, if he was
Uh
playing Bearded Titan, it would have been on a 3.
oh. I mean, he might as well have been. It's the same. It's
Well,
whatever.
I
But
mean, we've been
you know,
chatting already for 3 minutes, but welcome to UK Versus, bringing you theories, news, and more. Win, lose, or draw. We are joined by the amazing Chris Smith, aka Bodyon, as we talk over the TCG news of the week. We talk a little bit about the upcoming bans and erratas, where we kind of just briefly go over what
I
we
got
think is going to
thoughts.
change. You know, everyone's got thoughts on what needs to be changed in that upcoming
Yeah.
Tekken coming. And then we're going to talk about our thoughts and approaches towards pre-release, as we have the pre-release coming up at the end of this week or the end of next week, depending on how you see the start of the week. But the big thing of the news this week has been Power World has dropped and immediately kind of blown up to scalping. No, so Power World dropped at an RRP of $45 and then has immediately
Mhm.
tripled in price. Gen Con has
Yeah.
immediately been flooded, and because apparently the rain wanted to be part of the action, and
Yeah,
there
they had
was
a tornado.
and there was a
Yeah.
class action lawsuit against TCG player for holding a
Really?
monopoly and overcharging people because there's been lots of reports. There's been lots of reports from what I've seen. Legally, I'm not saying this is accurate or true for TCG's lawyers out there, that they will misconstrue prices. There's been people that have been graded a 9, taken the buyback from TCG player, gone to their eBay account because they're all linked now, and seen it was put to a 10 after they took the buyback at a PSA 9.
Oh,
And
that's shitty.
and if you've never graded a card like I have, I didn't know
Nope.
that this is how it works. You pay your $30 or whatever it is now,
Mhm.
like super, to get it graded, and then you
Yeah.
pay a fraction of how much that card is worth at market at the time. And because they have like 3 million in backlog, if you pull something that's fairly cheap now and send off for grading, and then it skyrockets in price, you could be on the line for thousands of dollars once it gets graded.
Are you saying the TCG player does grading itself? It grades
No,
cards
see,
too?
not TCG play. Sorry, PSA.
Oh, like Beckett or PSA
PSA.
or
That's one.
whatever.
PSA.
Well,
PSA.
I
The collector.
know about that. I know like when I graded some old Score Z cards back over COVID, and it was just like a flat fee for me when I did mine. So they must have changed things. Like I haven't graded anything
No.
post COVID, so that's wild if they're doing that, and
They've
that is
yeah.
really bad
The
if they're
only way
doing
you can
that.
get stuff graded with PSA now, not TCG. I do apologize, TCG player.
Oh, it's all good.
Is that it is on their premium because they've got millions in backlogs, and yet
Mm,
you have to pay extra on top of that. And
hmm
if you are grading, not that I care about grading, I never grade myself. Handle it yourself because there is currently a content creator in America having to fight after she sent some stuff off to be graded, and then it came back and the saw sold it, and
Oh, wow.
yeah, so she had to fight to get it back, and she's currently chasing up
That's
another
wild.
card that was off for grading, and yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to be kept up to date with all like the PSA drama and stuff like around that, go check out Pokemon Randall. He just drops daily news on PSA Pokemon, like all TCG drama.
That's
It's
crazy, man. Like, okay, so like the
This
first
is
thing, let's
why I
go
don't
back.
do that.
Let's go back to the original, the first thing you said. Let's
Power
talk
World.
about Power World for a second, right? Well, first we say hi. But
Yeah.
anywho, but Power World, I was talking to Hardiman about this, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I wanted to buy a box for 40 quid, and now it's like 100 and 200 and something." And I'm just like, dude, like that's crazy. Okay, so like why do people do that? Like I get why they do that.
Supply and demand.
Yeah.
It's not even that. It's people who are just trying to take advantage of other people's by gouging them monies. And it's just the way it is, right?
Yeah.
Like Pokemon does it, TCG sorry, One Piece had it for a while, right? Gundam had it, Riftbound had
Ticketmaster.
it. Okay, well, dude, we're talking about cards, man, not concerts. We know that Ticketmaster has a monopoly over everything in America, okay?
I'm just saying it's
Um,
the same
it's
principle.
the same
If
principle.
people are gonna
Yeah.
pay for it, they're
Oh,
gonna charge
sure,
it.
sure, but like I think that's where I'm gonna kind of spin this into a UVS type thing real
Yeah.
quick. I'm kind of happy that we're not a big five, up there. Like we're probably I don't even know if we're even top 10 right now. I don't even know. It doesn't matter to me. I still play the game because I love the game,
Yeah.
and I like it that our cards are accessible. Sure, 2 years down the road, like this one random ultra rare gets broken by a new set, and it's like $50 a pop because you can't find it or whatever, But that's a
Walk the dogs.
really, really. It's not even that's because the community thought it was bad when it first came out, and it's all their fault, not our fault. We own those
True.
copies already. Um, I do think that there's got to be a bubble that pops at some point, right? Like these people who are trying to just go from one scalp to the next scalp to the next scalp. They're like, there's got to be a bubble that pops, and they all just fall flat on their face, right? Like there's
Yeah.
got
Well,
to
I
be.
think the problem is, especially with like Pokemon and Magic and stuff, the rate at which they release new products and new stuff to scalp,
Yeah,
it might
that's
be
true.
hard to pop that bubble when there's such like a
Yeah,
fast
yeah.
turnaround.
But
True,
the
true.
one issue that Pokemon scalpers have at the minute, because they are seeing a drop in the market value, is that Pokemon don't care if they can reprint it, they will reprint it. Ascended Heroes has dropped dramatically in price because the Pokemon company went, "Oh, the price has gone up and it's hard for people to get hold of cards. We'll just print a butt ton more." It's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
you can do that when you own the IP and everything around it. You can,
Um, Correct me if I'm wrong. Did they go to like a new printer too, where the foiling is all the same now? Like they're not like it's like their card stock is cheaper, or they did something with their printing process where the scalpers and collectors were pissed off because they weren't going to be the same quality, and it's going to be less, not trash quality,
yeah.
but like it's good. It's going to be a step down compared to where it was, right? Like it's up here now, it's like down here.
I
But
honestly I don't know because as far as I know, scalpers don't open the product, so they wouldn't care.
that's true.
I
They
think
do weigh it though. I
yeah.
have seen that at my local Target. I saw a dude pull One Piece booster packs, like the blister packs, and he was weighing them right there in the
Oh, they do
store.
everything. In one of
That's
the
wild
in
that
one of
you
the most
care
recent
that much.
One
That you
Piece
care that much. It is insane.
in one of the most
It's
recent
insane.
One Piece releases, people have been putting high powered torches through it because some of the packs had like the chase cards at the front, so they were like shining a torch for it to see what was at the front.
Torch is British for flashlight.
Yeah,
Oh, gotcha. I was like, they're really burning these cards, man.
but no,
They're pissed.
it's just
I
the
saw your
hype new thing.
confusion. It's good. I got you.
Power World's coming off a lawsuit win against Nintendo. It's been in the
Mhm.
news for a while. It's going to be a
Yeah.
similar situation to Riftbound, which was overpriced at the beginning, but now is starting to. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
you can find Origins from. You can find Riftbound Origins below MSRP now because it's been over reprinted, which is absolutely great.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen
I'm still not playing
what was it?
Riftbound.
Proving grounds. Like you couldn't find those, and now I see them everywhere. So
Yeah, I got one behind me.
Shouldn't be hard.
But yeah,
His ground is proven.
Power World, similar situation. It's a hot new thing. The new Naruto card game's coming out, and people are getting the promos. I mean, the Power World demo decks will sell for like $200.
I know about that one. I guess that promo from Gen Con's going for like $1,500 right now.
Exactly.
Crazy for a game that's not even out yet, man.
But if you watch like the gameplay, people reviewing Power World, they're not sold on it. Like people like Red Zone Rogue are completely sold on it, and he's already like, he's ordered a case and he's opening it soon. And I love Red Zone Rogue, but the people that are just going to be objective. Like I tried it, didn't like it. It felt very linear, and if you had a gun and your opponent didn't have a gun, you win. It's like that just sounds like any fight to me, really.
Yeah, like I know Cyberpunk's getting a lot of like press right now. Like granted, they poached Levi from OP. Rip, we miss you, buddy. We love you. Congratulations on your new endeavor. We hope you do well. But come back. But I know that's run by former UVS head Lohan. Like he's attached to that. Like his name's attached to that. So
yeah,
there's some clout there, right? So
yeah, it's Project CDPR through Weirdco, which is headed up by Lohan and another TCG big name. I can't remember the name. And yeah, I mean, Main Deck and Red Zone Rogue and Response on Play have all really gone in hard on this. It's a unique resource system. It's got they kind of built in anti-scalper technology in there already. They're going hard for local play, and they've just done a butt ton of spoilers. It's the most crowdfunded card game ever. Not that they're that much for Altered and other ones that are going through there.
Yeah, I remember Rip.
I mean, CDPR have done card games before with Gwent and other ones.
They did Gwent. Okay.
Yeah, they did The Witcher and Gwent, and like that they do the whole Cyberpunk games. You got the Cyberpunk board game, but like you said, we're in a TCG bubble. Everyone and their dog gets a TCG. That last year, so between between August,
Ghost in the Shell's coming, 2028 TM.
Between August last year and March, there was 3 different TMNT trading card games.
I remember you saying this on Discord. I remember you saying that.
Magic's and Panini's. There's 2 there's 2 Naruto TCGs that have come out this year. K-pop Demon Hunters got trading cards.
Wait, was that a trading card game or a trading card though? Because it's different. It's different because if you're talking about a TCG, that's different than just trading cards, though, right?
No,
like you can just get cards to trade.
These are like collectible cards. But you
okay, so they're not an actual. It's not an actual.
It's not a game,
though,
no.
Right?
It's not
so it's completely different, right?
No, it's not like the Poppy Playtime that my son has. That is an actual card game.
Yeah, like that's an actual card game. So like if something has a collectible card set like your K-pop Demon Hunters, like set 75 of WWE or whatever, right? Like those have collectability built into it because they're just there to just sit in a binder. Like what the TCG bubble in a whole is that we got Riftbound, Pokemon. You can name like 10 of them like off the rip, right? And not even get to UVS yet, right?
And those are all the ones that were abandoned by Bandai in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, see, that's another thing too is that like Bandai comes out. Bandai has give them whatever crap they get, right? They have it. They have the strategy down, right? Like they have their main ones: DB, Dragon Ball, One Piece, and then they go like Battle Spirits Unlimited. That was gone. Now
I loved Battle Spirits for a while.
Like Naruto's the new thing now. Like they're gonna think like I've heard people talk about Naruto like they were talking about One Piece, right? Like it's that popular of a IP where they're gonna hoard product and then wait a year and then sell it or whatever, right? Or just keep it as a keepsake because they love Naruto.
Yeah,
But like,
it is
you
a
know,
game that I said that I might look into with a local friend of mine because we played the old Naruto card game
oh,
way back in the day.
I know the one that was, oh, I know what that one. Oh, I for who made that one? Did Bandai made that one, right?
I think Bandai made
Is
it because
yeah, because
he
they
taught
made
me
it.
how to play, and then once I found out I
Yeah.
could use all the puppet users, I was like, I've got my game, let's
And
go.
then and then they also made like a Dragon Ball Z spin-off of that too. They were compatible. The cards were technically compatible because it was
Yeah,
kind of like, the same thing.
so I
But
told him next year when Naruto comes out, we'll take a look and see. But
yeah.
I was like, I'm UVS Hermit, not TCG Hermit.
Yeah, that's why I don't do
Only room
multiple
on this
games
mountain for
anymore. It's
one.
too much.
I
Too
mean,
much stuff. I don't know
there's
how Brett does it.
my partner's interested in the Haikyuu card game that's coming out, which is a volleyball
There's a
anime that's
Haikyuu
got its
card
own.
game.
There's a Haikyuu card game coming out as well. Like that's the
I
thing
love Haikyuu, but no thank you.
between Union Arena, Universes Beyond, and
Hmm.
ourselves, and then all the IPs getting their own. Everyone gets a card game.
Yeah, everyone gets one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, Blake. There's a Haikyuu card game coming, and it seems absolutely insane. Main Deck Dan got to try it out a while back. You've got the individual card games that are that are only a couple years old, like Grand Archive and Shardbugs, which are still teetering around. I mean, Shardbugs just
Yeah.
won Origins Game of the Year, which is insane, seeing as they were up against ourselves and Riftbound.
Hmm.
So that's that's absolutely nuts. But yeah, I mean, it's wild. But going like in the scalper side of it, I mean, Critical Role was the closest we got to scalpers, but that was more.
I wouldn't even say they were scalped. I think it was just like product ran out because everybody and their mom who's a critter bought it, right?
Yeah,
Like, I
there's a
don't think
guy
it was
that bought
scalped
3 cases because he wanted a
se.
Chrome.
I did that, and I didn't get a Chrome,
He
man.
did. He got in
They
his
were
first
they
case.
were
Was like, what do I do with the rest of it?
they were in the other 3 cases, sitting next to the 3 cases I bought. There was 3 Chromes in those, so I was
Ooh.
just like, wow, I pulled the wrong 3. Yeah, but
But
I
that's
got my
also
bow Chrome, man. I'm
yeah.
good.
But I mean, if you want to get Cyberpunk in like knowledge and go check out Main Deck and Red Zone Rogues podcast. Go check out Response on Play. Go check out Brody Kane.
No, I don't think he.
Brodenkainen.
I don't know if he
No,
does
but he
cyberpunk
does
stuff.
Riftbound. Is what I was
He
going to
does
go with that.
Riftbound. Yeah,
Yeah.
he does a bunch. He's a jack of all trades, man. He does
Yeah.
everything.
I mean,
He just does. Yeah.
next year's going to be absolute hype. The big one for me is Bell's Hells, but if
Oh, we're going into 2027 now.
yeah,
You
we
didn't
can go to it.
segue us,
We've
man.
been talking like 50 minutes. Bell's House is the biggest one for me, well, with JoJo. The rest I don't really care about, but after being given my homework on Warhammer, if UVS can pull this off, this could be like our new main IP. Because if we're doing all of Bell's House in a single set, we've got like 2 other campaigns. But Warhammer, with its infinite factions of the Empire and whatnot,
Okay.
could
I'm
become
gonna.
like a main yearly IP.
It could be a tentpole IP,
It
and
could be, but
Matlock is
man.
really pushing for it.
Okay, so like let's talk about this real quick. So let's first mention that we're going back home, right, to Games Workshop. The original people who owned Universal Fighting System, right? Like this is like us completing the circle. Like it's Obi-Wan and Vader and all that
Oh, that reminds
mumbo
me.
jumbo Star Wars stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and so like they were the forefront, and then we also had Warhammer cards in the game that weren't technically legal because they were like demo decks or something. This is way before my time because
Yeah.
I
I just
think
know
they were
like
like an online game promotion from GameStop or something. I've got one of them around here.
yeah, I have no idea where they came from, but I know they're Warhammer cards. But like Brett said though, like I would rather Critical Role be our main IP because there's so much. I guess either or technically would work out, right? Like
Yeah.
Critical Role has, they're into their 4th campaign. They have a billion other side campaigns. Like I don't know, but like I know that Warhammer's huge and that our Chromes are going to go for like $1 trillion because Warhammer people are crazy because they spend $1 million on miniatures and they paint them, which are cool. Like I don't have the patience for that, but
No, I told my friend if I ever got into Warhammer, I'd buy the miniatures, just get a gallon of paint from Home Depot and just dip them.
You can't
Oh.
And they're
actually.
like, you're not
It's
allowed to do
not
that. I'm
to.
like, then I
It's
can't do
against the rules.
Warhammer.
It's you have to actually paint your minis the to make them all uniform and all that stuff. But
Nope.
I think the number one, it's Hellboy for me, man. Like
I really love
it's
Hellboy.
it's that hits me right in my heart because like I was there on ground zero like when the first Hellboy issues were popping off and and like me and my buddy Ken we played Hellboy in the Versus system. The OG Versus system game had a Hellboy set and it was kind of like their Challenger series. It was a standalone. It was BPRD versus the Thule Society and you got to be Hellboy. You got to fight, against Rasputin. Like I know like a lot of people like I don't know how many people are into Hellboy, but like the art is phenomenal.
I
It's
like
some
the
of the
lore
best.
of
It's
Hellboy.
some of the best art in comics, and uh, Mike Mignola is like one of the best artists of all time in my eyes. He can do no wrong. His Batman is amazing. Go read Gotham by Gaslight Cameron. It's amazing. You'll love it.
It's
Um,
it's on my reading list.
no, it
And
needs
I
to be
and
the
I did
top of the
say
reading
I
list.
did
But
say
yeah,
that Hellboy might have been DC in my reaction video because
yeah.
I don't know, but I got confused because he was a DLC character in Injustice
Justice.
2.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's where I got
He
DC
is
crossed in
Dark
my
Horse.
brain.
So
Yeah.
which is if you connect the dots, because I know Brett already has, because he knows everything about behind the scenes things. He's just well connected. Because Critical Role does the Dark Horse comics, so ergo we got probably can touch anything in the Dark Horse sphere, which Dark Horse pushed a lot of Hellboy stuff. That's where
Uh,
Hellboy a lot of Hellboy stuff comes from.
I don't
So
think
I assume
it's.
you know.
I'm not as well connected as you think, but I think this was more a direct thing with Critical Role than Dark Horse because there was also a lot of community art that was used in Critical Role.
Oh,
Because
oh no,
yeah,
I'm talking about how we got
The
yeah,
Hellboy.
Hellboy.
How we got
Yeah.
Hellboy is because we had relationship with Critical Role, who's distributed by Dark Horse. Ergo, it's like the whole Kodansha thing where
yeah.
we have Attack on Titan. We could just be like, hey man, you got Ghost in the Shell and Akira. Can we get those for our
I mean,
game?
we're getting
Like,
Fairy Tale, which
knock
is
on the door.
also Kodansha. So
So yeah, so
yeah,
like there we go, right there. And it's cool when these business relationships, these IP holders, lead to other branches. Like I have no idea how we got any of the guys for next year. Like other than Critical Role and Hellboy, I honestly have like no clue how we got Warhammer, JoJo's, Persona. Invincible was another Dark Horse. That's Image
Be,
or Dark Horse. I
no,
don't
they're not.
remember.
No, they're done by a whole other thing.
Are they Image? I don't remember their publisher. They're one of the. I
Oh,
think it's Image. I think no, it's a Dark Horse comic.
I was
Yeah.
thinking, but I was incorrect. I thought that Dark Horse might have been how we got the Grimm's comics,
Oh no, that was Zenoscope.
but that's Zenoscope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Zenoscope. Yeah, I popped off when we got back
Skybound.
'cause I read those books.
Skybound
Oh,
do
Skybound.
Invincible because
Okay.
they've got their own card game
Yeah.
coming out. In
Yeah.
Overpowered, where you've got The Walking Dead and Invincible coming together.
Yeah,
Oh joy.
Overpower is an OG card game where it was a mixed. Well, first it was Marvel and DC, and then they added Image, and then it went to predominantly Marvel after a while. So like it's an old IP mixer. Like everyone's just copying everybody.
Yeah.
There are no original ideas. So
Nah.
No,
Only
But yeah.
6 stories to tell
But
in the world. But
I do have to say though, Lautna better be fantastic.
Lord
gonna
needs
say.
Lord needs to be the goat.
okay,
because-
I've heard that name several times. I still don't know what it means.
Oh
It's
my gosh,
Critical Role,
Lautna's
it's-
amazing.
It's the
Lautna's
most
my
traumatized
favorite
character. Yeah, it's the best character in
she's
Critical.
great.
Yeah.
That's in
She's
Bell's Hells,
fantastic.
right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I
She
still haven't finished
literally
campaign 1.
spoiler alert, everybody. Turn your mics off or your earmuffs. She connects 1 with 3.
If
She
you've
literally connects campaign 1 with 3.
if you've
yeah.
seen season 4 of of Vox Machina that was on Amazon Prime,
I haven't. Shush you.
I
already know what happens, so it's fine.
she's in that season.
Nice.
Lorna
Nice. I love
Lorna's
that,
actually
yeah.
in there. It's like
it's sick.
everyone like the communities were going nuts and like yeah because it's now future they can do also that.
So we know we know the release schedule for next year because they've confirmed that the banner art with all the logos is the release schedule.
Oh, okay.
So we are getting JoJo's first next year is what we know we're getting JoJo's first. The issue is right because
That's
it goes
weird because then we're gonna get a lot of challengers before we get Bell's Hells.
well the issue is that is one of the JoJo sets actual is it two challengers or is it
they're
going
both
I
challengers.
think it's a
Okay, so-
Mighty Nine Vox Machina situation. We're going to get a
sure.
challenger for
Gotcha,
each.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, for it's that's the release schedule for next year. We were told, unless something changes, is
yeah, because I thought we'd get
well, you got to think because like what the JoJo things are gonna be in January,
Yeah.
right? What's after that? I don't know. I don't have the
I'd
graphics
say
pulled
I'd
up.
say
At least on
Bell's
here it
Health would
says
be
Persona.
March to coincide with
Yeah,
when
Bell's Hells would
release.
that makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense then.
But
Yeah,
that
on the
would
thing
be-
that Brett's using, the next one's Persona. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Uh,
would we get Persona in February?
is Persona a set or a challenger deck?
It's a challenger. It's a pair of challengers.
Oh, then challengers are not that big of a deal. Then they
Yeah.
can come. They which is we're back to what 2024 release schedule where we had like a new product almost every 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
For JoJo, I think for JoJo we're going to see either token characters or the return of skill trees, and even for Persona because how do you incorporate stands and like the way Persona abilities work?
Backups.
Yeah,
So you,
I've
backups.
actually talked. I've actually talked
So you're gonna have
about
a
using
character
stands as backups.
so you can have a character that comes with a backup on face.
No, they. I mean, don't they activate their stands? I've never seen this show before, so.
Some of them do. Some of them can't control them.
Yeah.
I haven't made
Oh,
it to
okay.
part 5 and part 6 yet, which is what these are.
Okay.
But part 5 is
Yeah.
the next one for me to watch. But after
Sure,
part 4, I
okay.
needed
But
a nap.
Golden,
So.
Alright.
like Golden Requiem, which is like the main Giovanni's stand in Golden Wind, is essentially a god. And like, how do you deal with that? But it has to kind of build up to that. I was like, oh, we give them a stone arrow skill tree, and then they basically.
I mean, it could go either way, right? Like you could have some characters. Well, what we're gonna have 4 characters technically, right?
Possibly.
We could
Unless
possibly-
they're
Possibly,
like-
that we know about.
if
That we
get-
know
yeah,
about. We know
could-
4
could get
characters,
in the
right?
Godzilla
So,
stuff like that, but yeah.
so
Unless they
could
do like Midoriya on the move, where you only get the one character.
No,
Oh, that'd be no.
in
they
the-
can't.
in the
That'd be
tri- in the, like,
boring.
yeah, in the video they kind of
No.
I
showed
agree.
us.
Don't bring that on us, Cameron.
I think we're
No.
getting I think we get. I'm gonna butcher these Italian names. I think we're getting Giovanni and Buscellai, and then
Okay, do you
for-
want to like type it into a chat so I
No,
can pronounce it
screw
for
it.
you or something?
And then
No, let it happen.
and then
Let
for
it- let-
JoJo,
let this happen.
for Stone Ocean, I think we're gonna get Jolene
Do
and
it.
the.
Okay, that's correct. I know that name's
Yeah, I
correct.
know that one. And then I
Anyone
think-
who's heard Dolly Parton.
I really hope we get the priest, like the one that's obsessed with
Yeah,
Dio. That I can't remember.
I've never seen any of those, but I have played the Capcom fighting games at Galloping Ghost in Chicago, and they're fun. And I'm down for it. Like me, like I'm excited. Like okay, so like I've been playing this game a little bit longer than Cameron, I believe. Right? When did you started when?
I
Officially.
started when they were doing previews for Street Fighter 30th anniversary.
Okay,
just,
so I
after
am a
Red
few
Horizon.
years, okay, so my outlook on the IPs are this: there are a few that I like. IP, if I like the IP, that's just cool, right? If
Yeah.
the words are good on the cards, that's all I need, man. I just want words that I enjoy playing because I don't care what the card looks like for the most part. You
And
know?
that's why I really struggled with Attack on Titan because I didn't care about the IP and I didn't care about a lot of the words on the card.
Dang, look at this boy.
I do like
Hey,
when
as someone who works for new player content, AOT
know.
kind of made me work really, really hard.
Yeah, I get it. He doesn't like working hard, everybody. He does not want to work hard for you. You heard
I live
this right
I live on a
now.
mountain. I'm on my mountain for a reason. I don't travel a lot for a reason
I do
because
like
I'm
when,
broke.
I do like we're steering into comics more than like
Mhm.
like other media because trying to encapsulate action in a screen grab is very hard, and we know the team do work hard
sure.
to do it. But in a comic,
Yeah.
the panels are designed to convey that emotion and like
Uh-huh.
intensity, and like with Invincible and with Hellboy and with Warhammer, and even
Oh,
Bell's
whoa,
Health,
whoa,
we're
whoa,
going to
whoa.
see a lot
I
of
don't know. I don't know if Invincible is the comic.
that. It's the comic
because
it's
in
Skybound.
Are you sure? Because the art they showed in the character cards in the trailer were from the cartoon. That is cartoon art. That is not comic book art.
When they announced it, it was a partnership with Skybound, which is I
But
believe.
Skybound also, well, technically Skybound also owns the rights to the cartoon. It just
But
Prime just distributes it.
wouldn't they have to have acknowledged Prime in that? If
I
they're
don't know.
using any of the
Probably not
assets.
because if Prime's
I'm not
only
sure.
able to do
It all
the
depends on what
distribution for
Robert
the
Kirkman
anime.
wants because that
True.
guy
Yeah.
controls the world to whatever he wants, right? So if he wants to, well, see, the cool thing about this is, for you horror fanatics out there, we got a Robert Kirkman property. You know what else he's done? You want to know what other mega IP this man has created? It's called The Walking Dead. So if he likes our work, we could walk over to him and be like, "Hey, man, can we borrow that Walking Dead?"
Mhm.
And he'd be
Can we get a
like,
Negan challenger?
"Only if you put me into the game." And they'll go, "Sold. And we'll make millions of dollars because we'll have The Walking Dead."
Chris,
Because we love to dig up old franchises because that's what our game is. We're old franchises.
Chris,
So
what
yes.
do you think about the possibility of a Damien Darkblood versus Hellboy matchup?
Who's Damien Darkblood?
He's the
Tell me real quick.
He's the like the demon from Invincible.
Oh, I don't know. I watched the first season of Invincible and then I stopped because I found it to be boring.
He's the demon that gets
So-
exercised when he's trying to investigate Omni-Man in season 1.
Okay. Okay, cool. I thought you were totally pulling out a random name from DC Comics, and I'm
No.
like, yes, I will take.
Yeah,
I will take
See,
Damien Dark.
He
from
said
DC
Damien
Comics.
Darkblood, and I was like,
Yes.
Damien Dark,
Dark
or Jason Blood, which
Well,
I
I
think
know.
you're
That's
mixing
exactly what
them
I went to. I went
together.
to that. I was like, is he talking about the demon from DC? It's like, what? Where is he connecting this stuff? This man's a tinfoil hat.
Nah,
Like, it's crazy.
I mean,
No,
I missed
I
my
would-
opportunity to mix DC when we had TMNT.
I am looking forward to more comic book properties as a comic book fan. Number one, right? Like I grew
I
up
want us to
reading
get more of that
comics, right?
Grim Fairy Tales comic because that art was
Like I have
dope.
the Teen Titans tattooed onto my arm, so any comic book property, I will instantly like. Like I like Invincible for what it is. I just don't like the cartoon. I like
Yeah,
the
the
actual
show.
comic book. I don't like the show because you can only fit so much into a half an hour, right?
Yeah,
And people love their things and stuff. But I think the Invincible comic book was really, really good. And I also think that the more comics, the better because look at Spider-Man, man. This came out this weekend and it's already made like $800 trillion billion, right? Like
yeah, I
people
still need to go
love
see it.
they talk about superhero fatigue. It's not a thing. People love their superheroes. They just want stuff that is done well. And as
Which is
long
why
as
I've dodged a lot of the Disney Plus shows.
if they can translate comic books into our game very well, there is a myriad of stuff that we can touch, right? Like, sure, Disney owns Marvel, Warner Brothers owns DC. Dude, we have a relationship with Arxis Works. We could get Marvel Tokon. I'll take Marvel Tokon, dude. I will take that.
I keep saying if we could just get the Injustice Gods Among Us game
Yeah.
and do that as like an
Yeah.
intro into DC, because like how we did the Suicide Squad Isekai with Marvel.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah.
I
know,
mean,
yeah.
give
That
us
was
a
with DC,
foothold.
by the way, not Marvel, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired, but
I
yeah, but just give us a foothold and let us show you
Yeah.
what we can do. I've done what ifs on what if some of these DC characters were in our game already.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Brett,
I
do you
haven't done many,
think-
but it's tiring.
Do you think that us going back to a more steady release schedule with how many products we have coming out, is that better for the change? Is that better for our game where we keep it in front of people's eyes and things don't get stagnant, or do you think that we're gonna hit wallet fatigue again like we did that one with 2024, where everyone was like, man, we have a product every 2 months. Like people can't keep up with that in this current climate, right?
I mean, 2024 was wild because we had 16 challenges, and then on top of that, like four sets,
booster
and
sets?
then we had
Dude,
the stuff on top of that, like the experience bundles and stuff like that. I think UVS is stepping back from that. We're 8 months into the year, and we haven't seen an experience bundle. We haven't seen a starter deck, which is really weird. Hopefully, we're going to see something in Fairy Tail for that. We haven't.
We are. Fairy Tail does have starter decks,
but we haven't seen an experience bundle. We haven't seen any this time last year we were doing the legacy reprint.
Oh, you're right. They were last year.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
they were last
Borderlands,
year.
yeah.
No, the KOF stuff was
The
getting
The KOF
pre-orders this
stuff was
time
like
last
this
year.
time last year. Borderlands was
Yeah,
like
I
the last
almost
one we
wore one
had,
of my shirts.
which was the
Yeah,
end of last year. We haven't
yeah,
seen anything. We haven't heard of Blitz boxes. I mean, they weren't even mentioned in the
yeah.
article for this. I think there's
Um,
been a lot of experimenting going on, and we're now getting into like a line of stability because, like you said, if these properties are done well, they will open the door. People asking why is JoJo's a challenger, not a full set one. It's a Godzilla Critical Role situation. If these do well, if
yeah,
they're handled properly, we'll see them in
yeah.
a year or two.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've always said that too, right? Like they even said that themselves when they first came out with the Challenger deck articles. Were like, if these do well enough, you could see them in the future, and we did. Like it's like, which is weird that we didn't get a Street Fighter 6 set, which is very weird, because Street
yeah,
Fighter
we're
did
getting
very well. But we're getting
another
another
challenger
Challenger
set.
deck, correct? Yeah,
Are we
we're
getting the
yeah
challenger before or after Fairy Tale? It should be
before.
before,
Should
isn't
be
it?
before, yeah.
It's after Atlanta, but before
EU.
Fairy Tale.
I think it's
Oh,
before the
Okay.
before
EU as well.
EU. Yeah,
Which is
before
why,
EU.
like,
Yeah.
when I'm talking about people testing and stuff like that, they'll lock to a deck on. I won't lock in anything until we know if Street Fighter is legal.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
you gotta remember it was 2 years after the challenger that we saw. It was a year after the challenger we saw Critical Role, but it was 2 years after the challenger we saw Reina Kaiju. So it could be, it
Oh, sure.
could
Yeah, I
be
get
like
that. Yeah.
2028 we get the
Yeah.
Street Fighter 6 stuff. Uh, I think
Yeah,
this
because
is
they are still working at 2 years ahead in
Yeah.
production
Yeah. Yeah. In
and
design and stuff.
design.
yeah.
Yeah. No.
I think this is a great lineup. I think it opens a lot of doors. It's absolutely. There's something for everyone here, and as long as they rein
That's my
in,
favorite thing.
yeah, as long as they rein in on the design aspects now, because like this year we've seen majority of free symbol characters. We've seen the majority of attuned and unattuned in sets being mixed together. We haven't like. I was talking with some other people like rotation this year. Death is on life support because of how little support it has without AOT, which is absolutely wild considering for the last 3 years it's been a dominant symbol.
Yeah. Um I'm gonna piggyback off you. I do really enjoy the current, I guess we want to say the current design philosophy, because outside of what we had three symbol characters in Reign of Kaiju, MHA, Tekken has three simple characters, and I think that
Critical Role as well.
we've seen that pattern, right? Like,
Hmm.
what was the set before Guilty Gear?
Turtles?
Turtles. Team and T had two simple characters, but so like I think they tried the two simple character thing, and I think they are going back to predominantly three simple characters. Maybe, I don't know why. I mean, because theoretically the same guy has designed Tekken and Guilty Gear, but Guilty Gear had two simple characters, because maybe design philosophy switched in between there, and now they're just like, well, we're going to predominantly do three simple characters with some attuned, because they realize that, hey man, the entire community hates full attuned sets, so we're going to
Yeah.
do partially attuned and partial primary symbol cards, and I think that's perfect,
Yeah,
and that's exactly where you want to be. Like, you want to rein in your design, because your commons uncommons can be your role players, right? Your -2 speeds, your 2 damages, your 4 diff cantrip with a gate or whatever, right? And then your ultra rares can be your powerful kit cards for your character, which we
exactly.
have kind of seen the return of. We've seen this weird return to character kits in Tekken, but they're not all on the same page. They're
Yeah.
alphabetical, so they're all spread out, but we all have character kits again. And granted, say what you want about the heat spam thingies, whatever. I don't care. Whatever you say, I don't care. Whatever. They're one diff two mids that I can use to pre-release to fill out my deck. I don't give a crap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I
I
do
think the
think
reason we saw
they work.
Guilty Gear having two symbol characters is because of how small it was.
Oh sure.
I don't know what the issue with TMNT was because it's like more than double the set. I just looked it up. Guilty Gear's like 85 cards or
Do you
86, and
really want me to answer that? But I
TMNT
don't
is
really want to
190
answer that.
is 192. But I
Yeah.
agree. Like if we do like smaller blitz box sets where it's a smaller set, I could see going back to two symbol characters and like a smaller range. But
Hmm.
I agree. I think the three symbol characters, half attuned, half unattuned, is the right design philosophy to go.
Yeah.
So, question for you, Cameron. Something that I would have loved to seen in AOT, Guilty Gear, and even in TMNT is you give the characters a third symbol. If you're cutting the character like symbols out of the sets, which this year I haven't seen being done either, which is I'm not too bad about cutting symbols from sets for a little bit, but like the Guilty Gear, they could have had a third symbol that wasn't in the set, and it would have not changed the
Mhm.
sealed play in any way, but would have
Hands
opened up
down.
them competitively.
Hands down, they should have done the same thing with. They should have done the same thing with AOT, and they should have done the same thing with TMNT. Anything they should have had just a third symbol that just was out, just not in the set because then it didn't matter. But then you could also use that character in a third in a third way.
Yeah,
I guess
like
what I'm trying to looking for, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they get access to an expanded way of playing the character. I think that's a
Correct.
very
yeah,
interesting idea, and I'd love to see them try to implement that. But I don't think with especially with AOT, with a lot of the stuff design was changing,
Hmm.
you know, getting rid of half the symbols and stuff, which is a choice I don't agree with personally. And
Oh, we don't, we
I
don't,
can
we don't,
I
we,
can
we're
go
not
into
trying
that
to talk about the
diatribe later,
past, man. We're talking about the
but
future. We're talking about the
I
future,
think they were
Cameron.
already
Come
trying to
on.
change enough
Yeah.
right out the gate that they didn't want to try anything else
Mhm.
experimental. But
Yeah.
I would love to see that kind of experimentation in future smaller sets, because that would give
Yeah.
some of those other symbols that didn't get put in the set. It would still give some of those cards more life.
yeah.
Can we talk about something real quick that is like it's a giant elephant in the room that no
Go,
one wants to talk about? Real quick, with rotation coming up, do you know how dead some archetypes are going to be?
oh yeah,
Like
like you
the
said,
backup,
Nope.
the backup archetype is dead. It is completely dead because you do not get all you have is Hunter's Ally technically. That's your builder. Is
I
you
also
don't
have I keep calling it Undying Death, but that's not it.
what you
Harness
talking
on
about?
Death.
Harness
yeah,
on
but
Death is not technically it's I'm talking more of a full archetype. Like Harness on Death is not really it's part of the archetype,
yeah,
but it's not like the backbone of the archetype. They lose Rock Barrage. You lose some of the most important pieces. Loyalty of a Friend is gone. Like you just don't play that archetype anymore unless they reprint a Loyalty of the Friend
I
because
think
there's no benefit to playing backups now.
I think
Like there
Fairy
really
Tale
isn't.
might have with the
Yeah.
Exceeds, we might have backups. Warhammer is set up to be a backup heavy
And
set.
Critical Role too, right? Like we'll get more party backups, whatever. But like, it's just really
Yo, we
weird.
lose Midoriya on the move next year.
Yeah, dude, we lose
Yeah,
we
Sweet.
lose both. What's funny is we
Rodan
lose
as well.
both. Te-
The meta is
we
about to be completely destroyed because Rodan goes,
we
Ghidorah goes.
lose outside. Okay, so pre me playing. So outside of pre Jasco, this is the greatest. This is the largest rotation of cards the game has ever seen. There was a point in the game in the past where they force rotated everything and only one set was legal. That doesn't count because
I was about to say like MHA one,
well, no, it wasn't even. It was more than that. Like
but
they got
yeah.
rid of everything, and except for the newest set. But
Oh, I'm gonna lose
this is
Code White
this
promos.
is literally I think it's like 12. It might be 1,200 cards. It may be around 11 to 1,200 cards. We are losing. Granted, say what you want about AOT
I was
half
gonna say
being like,
a
but
quarter
yeah,
of that's AOT
yeah,
one, but yeah.
a quarter of it is AOT. Yeah, correct. But like we lose all the Star Trek challengers, all the Cowboy Bebop, Trigun. It is the largest. Like some symbols are just going to be gutted.
You
And
were actually very close. It's 1,179 cards.
Mainly the
look
AOT
at me,
symbols
man.
like K-
It's Obama putting the medal on Obama right now.
Chaos is in trouble. Life
Oh,
doesn't take as big as a hit,
nah,
but
but like
life
it's crazy. It's literally nuts.
Death is in
Yeah,
a lot of trouble because it
yeah.
was so light in AOT. We lose FCG Cam. We lose
I
the
don't know why everyone thinks I care about that card
I
so
know,
much.
I know, I know.
we
He
lose
was
the
just doing. He was
greatest
just challenging
character.
himself that day.
We lose the greatest character ever printed that I know some people are considering taking to Worlds just so she gets her moment in the spotlight before she rotates. We lose Anya Forger.
That's. I mean,
I am
eh,
upset about the Code White because that's a card I want to play in Jack
yeah.
8.
Um, I do. It's neat. I love that we have rotation and it keeps formats fresh and all that. So, but
It's
it's
definitely
go
better than how Jasco used to do it.
it's going to be like if you're used to playing with some of these cards, it is going to be a struggle for you. Like, you know what? Guess what? Zero diff is left over. Yeah, I don't know either. Yeah,
There's
Crawl
crawl
to
to
the
the
wall.
wall, high guard, and low
yeah,
guard. That's it.
I know, I know. I was just being facetious,
Yeah, I know.
right?
Oh,
It's literally you are now. If you, I think we're going to be going to an era where if you really don't need, like, if you need block zones, maybe you put those in, but most decks aren't going to be playing zeros, man. Like, I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. It just, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's really nuts, like how rotation is just going to change the landscape of our game by just a set coming out, which is weird, is because I know they always said the first booster set release of the year.
yeah.
Do we put now that the OP schedule is set to be in 1 year? Who knows if that changes again after next year? Do we just have force rotation at the beginning of the year
I mean,
instead of the first booster set?
if there's
That's another
no
question.
LCs until after, say, Bell's Hell's drop, which I don't see because like they wanted to reset the system,
Mm-mm.
I could possibly
Yeah.
see them coming out going January 1st, 2024 is gone. Simple as that.
Yeah, they could. Like
Which would be great.
because LCs are supposed to start January, February, and then your first regional is supposed to be in March, and then if we follow the same schedule, we go 2 months of scrambles, LCs, regionals, scrambles, LCs, regionals. That's the way the map should work. If we had a full year this year, right? It's 2 months regional, 2 months regional, 2 months regional. But we didn't because we had 3 regionals with the same meta, which is wild.
Is this your application? Is your video application to be head of new head of OP?
No, they can't afford me, man. I would cost too much.
That's
But
exactly what I tell my local game store. I was like, I'd love to learn all of your card games and run
Yeah.
all of your stuff, but you can't
Yeah.
afford me.
Yeah.
speaking of organized play, it's the beginning of the month, which means on Tuesday we get bans and erratas. So
Yes. Goodbye, Petras.
yeah. So on the list to be hit from what people have talked to about is Batch Arrives needs a ban or errata, but as keeps being repeated to me every time I say errata is we don't errata main set cards and they get
let me stop you there. Let me give you an argument why we should errata it. Why? Okay.
Because it should have been unique this whole time.
Yeah.
Shush, Cameron. Let
It's
me
a
do my
functional errata.
spiel. God
Okay.
damn it. Uh, I think it's a needed card. The effect is needed in our game. We need to have cancels. We need to have stops. We need to tell people no. I don't think it needs unique. I think it needs commit flip.
ooh.
Because
Okay.
the issue with Batras is this. It's not the fact that it cancels. It's the fact that it creates an arms race against the symbols who have it, against the symbols. Even if you have it, you have an arms race with your rival. I've played so many games where if I have more Batras arrives versus my rival having less Batras arrives, I win that game 100% of the time. Now, conversely, if the deck I'm facing doesn't have it, I'm pretty sure I'm winning that game 100%. Because if their defense is based on foundations, or their offense is based on foundations, I have an answer for them, right? Sure, I have to draw it, X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 blah. You can get Batcher Arrives committed, blah, 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 sealed, all that fun stuff, right? But, like, I think a commit flip keeps it honest. Granted, then you come into an effect where, well, what if we have a character like Dragonoff who can unflip things, and then you have multiples that can. So I do think, grand scheme, I think they're just going to ban it because it's a feels bad card, no matter what. It's
Yeah.
just a feels bad card.
I mean,
To quote David Toombs, it's a feels bad card.
with Dragonoff,
And
it's
yeah,
with Dragonoff, it's a hell of a trade off to unflip it.
yeah.
But with cards like Senshi Ho
Sure,
and
but
other things,
yeah,
and
yeah, he
Queen
can't
of
even play
Monsters,
it
you just-
anyways on simple, but whatever. But yeah, I know what you're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, but
But
like,
Vex 2 can.
I know, I get it.
Yeah, but you
but
flip it,
anywho,
you blow it up, and then you build it back in with Team Hero. You build it back in with Queen of
Yeah.
Monsters. There's ways around
Correct,
it, and
yeah.
that kind of
Yeah, there's ways around it. Is what I'm trying to say. So I think you just nuke it. You just nuke it. You remove it from the format, right? Like you just do it.
What about Jin's Glove? Do we think that's getting a functional errata to unique, or just straight up getting banned on day 0?
It's not getting banned.
It's not
They're
getting banned on
they're
day
not
0.
banning.
They're gonna
okay.
let people die first.
Okay, so what's going to happen is that people are going to find out that playing a three check, 3 diff, 5 check plus 1 mid block asset is a real cost. If they're going to play multiples of these, you better be able to build 4 or 5 foundations with speed hate behind them, because you know how fast things are in our game right now. They are very fast, and if you don't have speed hate or foundations to block, Jin's Glove means nothing, and it's a real cost to put assets into your deck because and you're playing that on turn one, hopefully you're going first so you can double build so you can block your rival stuff. Because if you're going second and you play a foundation, if you play an asset, foundation, fail your next foundation, you only have two. You're not blocking shit, man, right? Like it's just
Yeah, and if you're trying to build the Protector of Life's Jin's gloves, those are not
plus
attacks that you're throwing at me at that
that's
point.
yeah, and I can just hold. I like if I know you're going to Jin's glove me, I'll just build to infinity to where I can just sit around because I don't know, man. There's frenzied dive in the format. There's mechanical monster. There's ways to do things. People need to play cards that touch their rivals' cards
Yeah.
because hey, man. You need to play interaction, and if people who think that their defense or their offensive lines shouldn't be interacted with, you suck.
But I mean, when
And
we
Agreed.
saw the
you
top
you should
cuts,
play the damn game,
when
huh?
we saw the top cuts of Dallas, it was very slow, grindy kind of metal, which is the perfect thing for
Yeah.
Jin's Glove to come into. But
Oh sure.
you do need
Oh
the
yeah.
early setup. I think Jin's Glove still does need unique, just because what if you go into the late game with them, and you're both sat there
Yeah
with
yeah.
15 foundations, like I can happily just sit here one card in hand and block for days.
It depends, man. Right? Like if I throw thermal flame at you, you ain't doing shit. You're not. You're not blocking anything.
Yep.
If I throw thermal flame with like 20 damage on it, you're gonna eat it, and then you'll die because you can't block partially. So have fun.
Yeah, and if you
There are answers to the strat. Like I'm not saying the card isn't strong.
No,
yeah.
We can have strong cards. I think you let it ride. Then if it's a problem, they just ban cards in booster sets. They're just gonna ban it. I don't think they should because I think the card is fine. I think it's a like I said, it's a real cost to play assets in your deck, right? Like it's a like you could open up your hand. Oh boy, I have 2 assets, 4 attacks. Ship it. Mulligan. Well, I have 1 foundation, 3 assets, 2 attacks. Well, hopefully I can live. Like
Yeah.
it's a cost to play all these cards, right? Like people say, well, mimic this, mimic that, but like
maybe
Mimic was a
But
broken
Mimic played
character.
the game
Mimic was broken, dude.
Mimic played the game differently.
Yeah, Mimic played the game differently, and you just can't play the game like that anymore. And whatever. But people will try. They will try. And like I'm not disagreeing that the card isn't strong. And
Yeah.
I think there are answers. And the scuttlebutt around Dallas was they are printing more asset and more backup answers in future products. That was the scuttlebutt. So just deal with it, man.
Speaking
Yeah,
Like
of
let
if you see them block with a card and they have Jin's gloves, just build and pass.
Yep, and then they get rid of it. I said you only get to pick up 4 Protector of Lives unless you're fresh cut grass.
I
oh,
mean,
you're
So
like
playing
you could
Bullet
just
Cake.
or
you could
Bullet Kick, yeah.
you could also say Megalomania. Do you
Yeah.
have any momentum? I'll seal that card.
Yep.
Like there's answers in the hey, you know what's funny is that all these answers are on fire.
Yep.
I love that. I
And you know
love
who
that. Go look at
you
my
know who
Oscar deck profile. She's on
you know who
fire,
also
buddy.
can't get blocked by Protector of Life? Stroke the Big Tree.
Thermal flame. And man, okay, here we go. We're playing a Fire and Life character, Cameron. Who we
Yeah.
playing? We're playing Ymir. I think we're playing Ymir with this. I think we
For
can do
for a
this.
year maybe
Yeah,
until
for 6
next
months.
year.
It's a
6
rotation.
months.
Yeah, we got
But-
this,
Or
man.
or you could do it with Zeke too.
But
Well, he
speaking
also
of just
rotates
deal
too,
with
but
it,
Yeah.
do you think the Alyssa Infinite combo will be touched?
Oh, that's fine. Nah, dude, just let it go. It's fine. It's fine. Let it rock, man. Okay, so like that's just in Happenstance. To be fair, this all goes back to a problem with design that when you build in the middle of your combat phase, things shouldn't be ready. They should be committed when they're built. So that's the problem right there. Is being able to build in ready stuff is a problem in our game. You should anything that gets built in the middle of a combat phase should be committed. I'm sorry, I'm old. I don't like new things. So, but I think you just let it go, man. You let it ride because really theoretically she's the only one who can do it
Yeah. Well,
because everybody
anyone-
else runs out of everybody
Yeah.
else runs out of cards.
That's the
in
issue.
their hand.
Everyone else runs
So
out of
she's-
cards unless you've got insane
yeah.
draw power.
Yeah, you just let it go, dude. You let it ride, dude.
And
It's like a cool benefit. It's a cool benefit to play that character. You know what you also do? Just hold mid blocks, bro.
Yeah.
Just hold mid blocks. Hey, you know what?
Just Jin Glove,
I was
Protector of
gonna
Life
say,
forever.
Nah, dude.
as
Nah,
Sushi
dude.
said, the mid blocks kind of deal with
We
it, but
Jin's glove dimensional sphere. We just remove all their mid attacks from the
Yeah.
game, bro. That's all we do.
but
I
yeah,
lost to a Dimensional Sphere deck. But you know who you could play with your Thermal Flame, Stroke the Big Tree, Chris? Angerus.
Ooh.
Chaos and Fire.
Ooh, we like that. Okay,
Or
I'm
Asuka.
sold. I'm
Asuka,
sold.
Chaos, Fire.
I'm
so
sold. I'm sold right now.
speaking to the old heads of the retro council, because
Yeah.
before my time, Channel Chaos is getting banned in retro, right?
Nah, they're gonna let it ride. They don't care about that format, dude.
They don't care about an infinite combo in retro that just lets you kill.
Nah, there are already infinites in the there are already infinites in the format anyway. So why
Yeah.
would you stop it?
Because
So like plain answer.
There's even more answers in retro to
Retro.
stuff.
That's the thing. It's like there's retros. Everyone's scared of playing in retro because they hear about these wild ass things, right? But the thing is, though, is that there are so many answers in retros than there are in standard. It will blow your mind. You're like, wow, you could do that? Like, yeah, like
Yeah, what
I don't
does
know,
this
man.
revoke do? What do you mean
I
your action
know. It's just
cancels
like,
my
what do you
character
mean?
ability?
What do you mean you have? What do you mean you have a response cancel that hits my character? How dare you touch my character?
What do you mean you have an action that commits my character on block?
How about I just shoot your character? You know, like bang.
Bang,
Like
yeah.
I'll just bang you, and then you're good. There's so many answers. That's why retro's fun, and that's why I can't take retro super seriously because I find it as it's a fun format.
Yeah.
Because I played that for so long, and I played with those cards for so long. It's just a fun format, just to I don't know, do wild things in, man. Because
And it's got a lot of nostalgia for some of us who played those cards as standard. It's like, I just want to go back and revisit some of
But
this good time stuff.
the one thing I do want to we didn't talk about this real quick before we. Are there any other ban and errata list thingies that you want to talk about?
There's one other card that was on my list which is probably just going to make you laugh.
Say it. Say it.
So we've like the way with the stuff that's been played and with the stuff coming with Tekken, people would like Protector of Life to be touched.
No.
They think it
does.
They think it does too much for. They think it does too much for how much it costs.
No. Protector of the Bean is actually technically Protector of the Bean costs nothing because you can't play that card as a form. So it does not even it shouldn't even have a difficulty on it. So yeah. But anywho, Protector of the Bean is great. You let us good simple players have a throw hate card, okay, man?
Yes,
You've got
especially
a shield. What do you mean?
For like 2 weeks or 6 months.
That is not a good simpled card.
True.
So if my good simple character does not have air or a face shield card symbol, I'm screwed and not cool and not fun. So let me have my Protector of the Bean, man. Let me have it.
I've got 2 things actually I'd like to bring up. First is, especially with cards like Batcher Arrives in Jin's Gloves, a lot of the things, some of the things we talk about is this idea of like just building these really wide stages. Do we think that we'd be able to counter that a little bit better if they printed actual good deadlock?
Bro, there's
cards,
so much
on cards
so much
that
good
weren't
deadlock right now, man. Don't say
but
that.
on cards that aren't foundations. Because deadlock enhances on foundations can get stopped by Batras. So on more attacks that are more than just get 3 power tokens.
I didn't let you finish your statement.
Yeah.
Yes, I think we should have more deadlock effects on attacks, like not that are just not deadlock powerful 5.
Right. Like Ore Strike, deadlock. Your rival discards 3 cards. Let's make deadlock matter again.
Well, I mean, on a let's be fair on attacks because
yes,
Godzilla versus Biollante and Undercover Infiltration are the 2 best deadlock effects in the game right now. Fight me.
I mean,
yes.
Can't Escape me.
Trust me, a lot of people tripped into deadlock against Fresh Cut Grass, not seeing I had 2 copies of Godzilla versus Biollante on my board.
I win my round 2 match against Jet and Dallas if I remember to push my deadlock button. I forget to push my deadlock button. I just commit a card anyway to draw a card for no apparent reason.
Yeah, but then against a Midoriya whose whole goal was build 30 foundations, play 1 attack a turn, and infinitely mill me out.
Yeah.
My out was to try to outmill them with Godzilla versus Biollante, but I have 2 of those in the deck, and they have 4 Batras on stage.
Yeah. No, I can see that.
So we need some more deadlock that's not on foundations that actually means something.
I get that. I mean, like, we
Because Tekken
haven't
has
we
no deadlock in it.
No.
well, it doesn't, but it does have foundational answers from hand though. Because
Yeah.
Ursine Might, that card is crazy good.
Yeah, that's
That
pretty
that
good.
that card's very good. So there's another Jin's gloves answer in this its own set. People stop
Yeah.
complaining about Jin's glove. Um, I don't. I do think that attack deadlock that isn't just my attacks get +2 to all their ratings like missile launcher
Or like
did.
I get
You know,
plus
or
2 speed and plus
yeah,
2 damage in
yeah,
deadlock. Uh,
yeah. Like give me something effect that touches. Like again, means that your attack lineup should play some sort of interaction. Frenzied dive, mechanical monster, gasp. Me, a frenzied dive lover. That's one of my favorite ultra rares in that set. Um, I get to point and click. It's an asset too. It hits assets.
yeah.
I'm gonna touch your Jin's gloves, and you can't block, and you die. So that's cool.
Rapid fire prism beams is a pretty decent deadlock of commit and freeze 2 rival foundations.
That's
Yeah.
very good.
That is
That's
good.
very good. That's
But
very
I
good.
think back on like some of the Attack on Titans ones, whereas like the only thing on the card is a deadlock ability. No
Oh,
one's gonna
sure.
play
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
card just in case your
Nah.
rival doesn't go into
But
deadlock. But
that's
adding some good
also
deadlock, like
that
some
was
of the ones that are like
Those
deadlock
are
stun
more sealed
4,
cards,
deadlock
in my
stun
opinion.
5.
they were
Yeah.
also on foundations which get answered by Bachelor Arrive. So if you can have a way to say, point and click on your attack or on like an action or whatever, they're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
they're not as bad. But the issue is that we're not in that era of the game right now. We don't have like point and click deadlock, right? We have blitz point and click, which that also goes to like maybe people just aren't playing the correct symbols. Maybe they're
Yeah.
just playing what you know Chris Smith, content creator, told them to do, and all that stuff. And don't ever listen to me; I'm terrible
Yeah,
at this
when
game.
people tell me they build decks
Yeah,
based on my videos, it's like, oh, hopefully you like ran it
but
through and figured something better out.
correct. I feel the same way. Like I do think that you do need to play with toys that touch your rival stage, and
Yeah.
that's just point. Like Tim Keefe is the #1 advocate for this. You need to have point and clicks. It's again, it sucks when they're on foundations because I mean, I guess you just get Bachelor Arrives committed and it doesn't matter. But again, a Bachelor, I guess the whole thing goes back around like Bachelor Arrives creates an arms race. Do you have more answers than I have Bachelor Arrives?
Yeah.
If not, I win. But in case in point, right? But I'm surprised Brett didn't bring up that the reward store was back up. We forgot to
Oh,
talk about
yeah.
that in the weekly news section. The
Oh yeah.
reward store is back up, everybody. We can
I
spend
s-
our points again.
I stumbled upon that 3 days early and thought I broke something. Because
Nah, you
I just tried
didn't.
to
You're
log in
cool.
to join my my locals. And when I
Mm.
logged in, it automatically sent me to the reward store for some reason. I was like,
Hell yeah,
I
and
yeah,
I
mean,
like saw
dude.
all the
Yeah,
drop down menus and like
yeah.
I couldn't nothing was uploaded yet, but I was like,
yeah. The
did
drop
I
down
break
menu's
something?
cool. I wonder what they're gonna do with that. Like,
You've got
I
digital
I would
bundle,
be.
event
Mhm.
entry. Event entry is
Yeah, that
really
was a
Yeah.
cool one. That was
Yeah,
very interesting. If we
that's
like,
sweet.
we can pay for one event entry, like a side. I could see it not being the main event, but like a
For
side
like
event,
side
yeah.
events, yeah.
like a side
I
event
don't
you
have
could
to drop the
use.
15-20 bucks to
Correct.
join
Yeah.
retro. I could just spend
Yeah.
points.
Spend points.
Absolutely.
I would be
Card
down for
slinging.
that.
Card slinging,
I
that'd be fun.
I I like the implementation of how they brought it back. How it looks a little cleaner now. Like it just the drop down menus. I like that. I'm very excited it's back. I'm not. I mean, granted, I just like getting promos mailed to me because I like shiny things. So, um, the I am interested to see if because they're supposed the next update's not supposed to be till the 10th, I believe, is what they said in the main cord.
Mm.
Is the
I
10th
think so.
was supposed to be the next update because technically this happened in the middle of the week, so they're gonna let it run a week to reset the schedule. Is what I
Yeah.
told. Question for you guys: what are your hopes and dreams for this? Do you hope for like an evergreen promo set that just stays there the entire time, or do you want it all to rotate out?
No.
I would like I would like evergreen stuff. Like especially if we could do
Well,
like
not everything. Not
no, but
yeah,
specific stuff like Rebel Frontier.
exactly. That's what I was thinking too.
Give us
Yeah.
some items like promos that these are going to be around for a month or 2 months so you have a chance to get them, and then you
Mm,
have some weekly rotators under that
yeah. Yeah.
that are like, oh, you just want some new stuff, but give us some stuff that's going to stick around a while so that we
Mhm.
have something to build up to and make that the more chase stuff like
Yeah.
Rebel Frontier. and keep the lifetime like limit, so people aren't buying like 20 or 30 of them, but five or seven, something like that.
Yeah. I get
But
it. I get it.
I do think something like that would be helpful.
Yeah.
Like one of my locals just had to re-sign up because something happened with his password, so he had no points.
Rip.
Yeah, and he loves the My Hero promo, so I was like, you know what, I've got like 3,000 points, I'll just buy you a playset. It's
Oh,
fine.
nice.
I don't
Helping
want
the
anything
helping
from
the
this
helping the
update,
small
so I was
guy
like,
out.
yeah,
Look at you. You're so generous.
this
So
is what I do. I help out the new players.
That's
So
nice.
I partly agree with Cameron, but I can already feel the angry messages I'm going to get from UK and EU players with what I'm going to say after this bit. So, champ cards, learn to play promos, dice sleeves, they should be evergreen. They should be in every single
Yeah.
store.
I
So
I agree.
yeah, so every
Yes.
player coming in can go, okay, the Tekken release promos there, and then they pick up their Nick Reagans, their Garrett Bretts, their dice, their sleeves, their
Mhm.
promos, because then they can just get everything they need there. And they can even run like the bundles and stuff like go new player bundle, you get a dice sleeves, stuff like that.
I like that idea, Brett. That's a good one. I like that idea.
Now for
Yeah,
my
a new player bundle, that'd be pretty
now for
cool.
my
Yeah.
terrible idea.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Rebel Frontier should be regionals only. It should never touch the
I
reward store.
okay.
I would say
Can I?
non-foil versions on the reward store.
No. I okay. So I'm gonna. Okay. So I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm agreeing with Brett on this one. How about this though? Let's say 2027 rolls around.
Hmm.
2026's regional promos are on the store. Whatever's
I would
left
I would
over,
be
right?
I would be okay with that.
I'm pretty sure they're all going to be gone come Worlds and the EU celebration. I agree. I understand that they're probably all going to be gone. But do you think that the previous year's promos should be on the store as an evergreen item after they've already had like a year's worth of exclusivity being rotated through regionals, right? Like,
I
do you,
I would
what do
be
you
o-
think?
I
Go
think
ahead,
they
Brett.
should go on after they've rotated. I think while they're in standard,
That's fine.
they
I
should be
agree.
an
I agree.
exclusive card for
That's fine.
people that turn up at events. They're not mechanically unique. They are a flashy extra thing that you
Man,
can use to show off you have been
this guy,
to this event.
this guy here is trying to stop me to get my hunter's allies. Come on, man.
But
You gotta be cool,
once
cooler
it's
than that,
once it's
bro. Come
rotated,
on.
once it's the Hero 2 retro kind of
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
casual play,
sure.
they're not as
I get
important.
that.
But
Yeah.
you like when you turn up to when you turn up to Atlanta and you have your Dallas deck box and your Dallas regional your Rebel Frontier Portals,
Oh,
it's
yeah, yeah.
it's a statement as to how much you've traveled. And like there's people that have their Borderlands experience, like Walk the Dogs. They've got their
Yeah, because if
well,
there's something I want, it's people rubbing their money in my face even more.
but
Some of us can't afford to travel, Brett.
but the other way around it is, Cameron. It feels it
That's
feels
funny.
more rewarding for me as a player that my traveling has given me something that
Sure,
other people
I
have not
get
been able
that.
to get.
Yeah.
That doesn't give me an edge.
You're,
I can-
you're
I
already
get
getting you're already getting the traveling experience, though. I would be a
So
much better player if I could afford to travel two
now,
or three more
now
times a year.
I have another question for you both. Should we be able to bank our promos? As in,
What do you?
what I mean by bank
Yeah,
is,
explain that.
say there's one promo you want, right? But you don't want to pay for shipping right now. Like you want to just order it, save it to your account, and then you want to see what next week's promos are to see if you don't want to pay $5, $5, $5. So you're not spending $20 in
Hmm.
shipping. You're spending like $10 in shipping for the entire month. And this would help out the EU guys
Mm.
because instead of spending whatever it is at weekly, it would you could get like you could say, well, we're going to ship out to the EU once a month. So you get to spend all your points for a month and then they mail it off to you guys. Granted, you don't get your promos right away, but that's just the cost of
In honesty, it'd be
living
cheaper
overseas.
for
I'm
UVS
sorry.
to do that because there's no way it costs
Yeah.
them $7 to send out those like massive.
Oh, it's
No.
way more.
Yeah.
Like
As,
it's
as
$5
someone who
to
just
me, and
sent,
I
yeah,
yes.
I just
Mhm.
sent something out to the EU, to the UK, and it cost me like $85.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
And
also
it,
depending on weight though, too, right? Like
true,
it depends
it
on
was
yeah.
it was a little one runner,
Yeah,
but
so
yeah,
that
it
would
was
so
rough.
but like 4 or 5 promos is still probably gonna cost you like $10 or $15 to get to the EU UK, right? Like
Yeah.
that's why they raised the price of shipping to $5 because they were bleeding money shipping stuff out. Just let me bank my promos if I don't need them right away, and then I'll pay you like $10 or $15 to get them all. Granted, it's not going to cost that much because I live in the
I
continental United States, but
yeah,
you know,
this is something I've advocated for since the beginning, but with the caveat of if it's in your basket and it sells out, you lose it. So you don't.
that's I don't like that. That sucks.
But if you just add it to your basket and then you never check out, there's going to be like
Yeah.
4 copies that just sit there for all of eternity.
Well,
Well,
I have a counter idea then.
go for it.
What if, and I know this would piss a lot of people off when it comes to like card legality of like the champ cards and stuff. But what if they just sent everything out at the end of the month so you could do your purchases every week and then
Well,
they
no,
just ship it
that's
to
what I
you?
mean. That's
Yeah.
what I mean by banking is that you actually
Oh,
pay with your points. You
But
pay
yeah,
with your
but instead of
points.
banking
Oh,
it, you still check out and everything,
Yeah,
and then
you
they
know,
just still
okay.
send
that's what I
everything to
meant
you
by
at the end.
banking.
that's
Like you
my
say,
that's my
they have like a
misunderstanding.
mailbox for you. They have like a
Yeah.
mailbox for you, and they set it off to the side, and they go, "Well, Brett ordered these guys. We're gonna put these guys in his mailbox." And then when Brett wants to deliver, he can go into his account, check out his list of promos, take anything off he doesn't want, or or add or whatever within a certain time frame, and they go deliver, and then it will be delivered after he pays shipping and X, Y, and Z. Like I
Oh, I
think I
thought you
know
meant like you
it's
could
a
just
logistic yeah
add
it's a
stuff to.
logistical
Yeah,
nightmare, but they
yeah.
Yeah.
could technically do it right. Like
I think.
But the way I was saying it was like you actually make the purchases,
Yeah,
for the
that's what I
points,
meant.
and then you
Yeah,
get
that's what I
charged
meant.
once at the end of the month
Correct. Yes.
without having to do all the logistical stuff. It's just like, cool,
Yeah.
we're just gonna set this in your box, and then at the end of the
Yeah.
month, your box goes
Yeah.
out.
that's
Yeah.
yeah. That's my
And then
that's
even
my
then you
misunderstanding.
could you could also just have like an auto pay function too, right? Like once a month, if you have stuff in your if you have stuff in your mailbox, they'll mail it out to you after taking money. But that's just a weird thing, and cardio
Yeah,
does all that,
because
and
they
we
do
know
have
how.
your card on file.
Yeah, and then
So
most of the time they have the card on file. But yeah, so anywho, I think we've kind of I've kind of curtailed all this and jumped around. So do we
That's
want to
fine.
get to our main topic now?
I mean,
You
yeah,
know, like an hour
we're
and
an hour.
25 minutes in.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're now like 15 minutes in, but yes. So our main
Sure,
topic
dude.
is, well, semi-main topic is Tekken 8 pre-release. Primarily, we're going to be talking about commons and uncommons, including character rarity. However you feel about that with commons and uncommons.
I don't like it.
I think it's fine as long as it's. I think character rarity is fine as long as it's used for
Get through the intro
pre-release.
first. Get through the intro of
But
the
no,
topic first before we
so
discuss.
we're just going to talk about some of our favorite cards that we're going to be looking for at pre-release. So the characters and what our strategies going in are, and what we're going to be looking for. But in terms of characterity, I like characterity when it's used to allow people to have more access to the best characters for sealed, and they kind of limit the more standard niche characters that need outside support to the rare and higher, so you don't see them as often, such as Eddie, which
Whoa,
is a.
whoa, 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 whoa! You're saying
Meh.
Alyssa is a niche character?
I'm saying
You're
Alyssa
literally
in
saying the
sealed.
best
She she
character in
she, she
the
needs
best.
sis and ho. That's what he's
I
saying.
She does not.
I'm
She
saying
just says,
Alyssa
"I
in
commit, draw a
sealed.
card." That's all that
Yeah,
matters.
I'm saying Alyssa in sealed is not as strong as she could be, but Eddie is
Oh, sure,
incredibly
yeah.
strong in sealed, and he's a common character, which makes sense.
I do you one better. I think Kazuya's better, but that's just me.
Ooh.
So I think Kazuya's better than him. Yeah.
The more I do research into Kazuya, the more I am kind of like
I think
maybe I'll build that dude.
I'm on the Kazuya boat for sealed, man.
I
Like
like that
we
he
don't
can
have to.
remove non-foundation cards like tokens for his
I
+3.
also like the fact that I don't have to think and I can just put all 6 packs into a deck and not worry about it.
I mean, that's also
I mean,
true.
but how often are
Yeah.
you going to be removing 4 minimum? Unless
It
you.
doesn't matter. We're getting 3. No, we okay. So this is what you're too hung up on that. We get 3 damage for free, Brett.
Yeah.
That's all that
Okay.
matters. We get 3 damage for free. We get to play Nago on good symbols. Literally,
Yeah.
dude.
Okay,
Just animate the desk.
without the damage. For me, it
Hey,
was
man.
just the Eddie drawing a card if they can play
Yeah.
block, and then
No, I
just,
get you. Yeah.
you just
no,
took a
yeah,
bunch
yeah.
of mids and then go, I draw or you die.
Yeah, like he presents this really cool like puzzle for your rival, right? Like, well, it's like, do I take my damage or do I just block and give him a card, right? Like he presents a really a puzzle, right? Like for
Yeah.
your rival to figure out. Granted, it also like the one big thing. Like I'm a known sealed hater. I'm a known sealed hater, and I
You
will
and me
say this at
both.
the end of my day. I do not like the way because I used to play. We used to play light symbol chaining draft. That's the way we did it. And being able to do, I know it's cool. We get to play cool cards in our decks that don't have symbols that share and all that stuff. I think it comes down to the RNG and the packs more than anything. Because, like you said, if you don't get the good character, remember Moonfish guys? I got him twice. Um, and like the attacks, your attacks may be ass, and you're not killing anybody, right? Like sure, foundations are foundations because most of the time in sealed, your foundations are there to pass checks, and that's
Yeah.
it. They very rarely have meaningful effects, right? Now Tekken has a few. Not gonna lie, there's some pretty good ones, especially at the spam level. And I didn't give him any cards to post up for the graphics, but I'm gonna
Oh
throw
yeah.
some his way. I'm gonna throw some his way though. I did some research, people, and I do think like your main strategy post having God luck for pulling because there's a lot of actions at the SR and ultra rare level. Most of your attacks are going to be commons and uncommons.
Yeah.
In most of the attacks are going to be that. So you're going to have to find an offense. So things like powerful, echo, characters that pump damage. It doesn't matter about speed because eventually you block tax them anyways because sometimes your deck doesn't have the best block spread and you're just screwed.
There's a lot of mid blocks in this
Yeah,
set.
that's
Oh
what
sure, yeah. Oh
one
yeah.
of the one of
Oh
the
yeah.
big strategies for for sealed is you take all your off zone attacks, chuck them in, and go, can I damage pump them? Because that's how you
Yeah,
win.
true. Yeah, no, that's a viable strategy, right? Like like my biggest thing going into Seal is I'm just looking for a good time, man. So I'll just
Yeah,
pick a character. I'll look at my characters. You can, hey man, just don't forget, you get promo Jim. Jim is in your deck. You can play Jim as a character. And yes, I know his name is Jin. He is promo Jim to the day he dies. Um, so like you get 7 characters to pick from, right? Like, and he's not a bad one. He gets -2 speed at all times until
Yeah.
you get the counter. Then he's 2 damage. Then you can build some things, or you can pump a check. Like he's a very interesting character, and I may not, I may venture to say he may be the best pre-release character, just because he has defense and offense on phase, right? Like
I can see
sure,
that.
he has a gimmick. You have to commit him. Oh
yeah,
wow, that's such a cost. Committing your character is such a cost. Alyssa, I'm looking at you. But like I think you can you have to find out if your attacks can kill people first before you can actually see if you can actually pass like do anything else.
yeah,
Like if your attacks suck, you might as well just say, "Well, I'm here for a good time, bro." You know, and I normally just try to have fun. I know like Gen Con they were doing 2 packs per win for their pre-release, so those guys were sweating it up.
yeah,
And so at ours is I think it's like a pack per win. So and more often than not, our store just gives us the box to split, and there's only like 6 of us, so we just all get 4 packs, so it doesn't matter. So and
Yeah.
we just play to have fun, and we just enjoy ourselves and try out the new cards and stuff. My question for you guys is, before we move any deeper, is do you think the heat token mechanic is actually worth it in sealed?
No.
Wow, that was fast. No, buddy. That was a fast no, my friend.
yes, but
It, un-
not with the spam tokens. Detachable head,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
the line of rebellion, the ones that are fairly good. Yes, I think
Sure.
heat tokens are because although you don't rely on them, you mentioned the Echo card. I think the only Echo card in the set requires you to have a heat token to play from hand.
nope.
False.
Is it?
Nope.
Cossack Kicks
Cossack
Okay,
can
there's
Kicks
another one.
doesn't
can
Okay,
need it.
play. Yeah.
but there's
Yeah, Cossack Kicks
there's
is dope. That card's super cool.
there's a lot of cards that require you to have heat tokens. If you can get a heat
Correct.
token and a Listed
Yeah.
Foundation that bumps up to 3 damage on a full block on a no damage,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
absolutely insane. Uh,
But that's also a rare though, right? So you can't
yeah,
Yeah.
really count
no,
on having that.
you
But
never
yeah.
count on
But
having res,
my
especially
my go ahead.
especially with
Go ahead.
having
Finish your thought.
12 ultra rare assets in this set. You don't rely on rares or ultra rares to kill.
So I think if you can easily access the heat token, so like you talked about, the attacks that remove 4 to get. That's how we get our double gene counter, Brett. We're gonna play all of the ones that remove 4. and
Tenth
And
of my
just
like
death.
throw every card in the deck in the.
Line of Rebellion, blah blah blah. We're playing all of our cards anyways, Cameron. It doesn't matter. We're Kazuya. We don't care. We're gonna kill
Yeah,
everybody. Um, and like if you can get the heat token online and ping, and the heat token's a cool. I love the heat. I love the heat token mechanic because I think that those wall decks, those Rodans, those Reynas, you know, those Nate DeWalt's and Jets that sit behind their giant walls with their big wings, you got a full block of my stuff. Cool, man. I'm still dealing one. I'm progressing game state, dude. I don't
yeah.
care. I'm progressing game state. And I love that about the heat token. Say what you want about it. Sure, it's not as broken as the other two because the other two are broken. And fight me about it if you think otherwise. And yeah, it is exactly what a token should be in our game. It progresses game state, but it's not overly powerful. Power tokens stick around too long, and tension should not count as momentum. And those are
I
my
agree with
final
that one.
thoughts.
I
Good night.
I agree. I agree with that one as well.
It's
the
like,
the the,
you
the
know,
first thing I asked you, yes, at the summit when we were showing tension, I went, "Does this count as momentum?" They went, "No." I went, "Thank God, Godzilla's powerful enough." And then we get an email after something going, we were asked if it counts as momentum. We said no. It turns out yes, they do count as momentum. That's insanity."
yeah,
And then
it's
we
crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
once I
So
was
like,
doing the hermit school video on that,
yeah.
I emailed them. I was like, please tell me this that I'm wrong in thinking this. They're like, no, you're right. What's the problem? I'm like, what do you mean?
Jester
What's the problem?
Jester's a
So
thing. Have you
the
seen the
issue,
Jester
the
decks?
the
Yeah, I helped
thing,
design that deck. Well,
the
I gave
thing,
input.
the thing with the why people think heat token sucks is because the other two are broken. That's why people think heat token sucks. The heat token is exactly what it should be. Now the arena cards, on the other hand, those suck.
I
And I'm
completely forget those exist.
and
Uh,
that's another topic we should talk about the arena cards in another day. We're here to talk about pre-release.
yeah.
So
But before
here's
we move
three
on to
quick
that,
tips. Three quick
before we move on to that, like
yeah.
I, like Tanner Face has been making the new table. I'm going.
Yeah.
Is there a section for arena cards? Like I have no idea what you're on about. And like it's a separate deck made of both players' cards that we're going. He's like, and that's legal.
Yeah.
And that's not legal for standard though, right? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, for God's
Yeah.
sake. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
It should have been, in my opinion, they should have been like Riftbound battlegrounds. That's what they should have been
I
like.
think it should just been
Yeah.
a
But
PV,
anywho.
a box topper PVE kind of thing. But
Oh sure, I get you.
but
Yeah, I
yeah,
agree with that too. But anywho, we're not here to talk about that.
Just
Yeah.
make
my
'em
issue with
terrains.
my issue with heat tokens isn't that they suck. It's that they're not worth the cost. Like tension
I
and
don't know,
power
man.
tokens are
I'm gonna
essentially
have
free.
Bruh, I'm gonna play Detachable Head 7 million times on you, and then
Yeah,
I'm also going to have 8 foundations at some point. I'm also gonna throw a 3 damage or less move at you. I'm also gonna have an attack and a discard pile that I can just remove for at any time. See how easy
I
it
think
is to
it's
yeah.
get a heat token?
But
I think it's
It's
mainly
so
the cost
easy.
of removing 4 or 10 cards.
yeah,
Four
I
is
kind of
four
also
is
agree that
nothing,
compared
bro.
10
to
cards is too much.
in a
Yeah.
kaiju and Guilty Gear, where it's like here's a token, and there's not even
Yeah,
like
but
a deadlock. Where's the deadlock foundation
okay,
that say you
again,
get a heat token?
you're comparing a token that is right for our game for a token that is
Versus a
broken
token
in
that
our
is
game.
broken.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yes,
but you
you are
say like
comparing two different things, man. One is good, one is broken,
okay, but
and
going back to your
that's
point of like
you
the
can't
wall deck,
compare them.
going back to your Nate DeWalt's, Andrew Pratt's like wall decks.
Yeah,
Where's the
yeah.
foundation that just says deadlock enhance, you get a heat token?
There's
I
no
mean,
deadlock in Tekken.
fair,
That would have been
fair.
cool.
No, also I totally agree with that. I think there should have been a deadlock get a heat token. That would have been sick.
Yeah,
Because you know what would have been awesome? Then we'd be catching a bunch of fucking meteors. That would be amazing. Yeah, I would be down. I would be down.
I
But no,
love
like
that card.
the card's so good. That
Card's
card's
so dumb. I
crazy.
love
so
it.
when it
You should
comes
watch
to
my Eddie versus Hayachi video, and Josh has 3 of them at full power, and then I have to kill him before he kills me. It's fucking sick.
so when it
But yeah,
comes
like
to deck building for pre-release,
yeah,
what ratios do you guys go with? Because I generally try to go for a 14 to 16 attack, and then like the rest
yeah.
are non
Go ahead.
attacks. But I know some people go
I
like balls to the wall, 18, 20 attacks.
it depends what character you're playing, right? Like Kazuya, Burning Godzilla, we play them all, right? We play all the cards, right? Um, you are more of that school of thought where it's like 16, 17, or whatever, or even I've seen decks win with 14 attacks, depending on just because of the ratios they get out of their packs. Um, I think you can win with whatever you want to win with, as long as you play well enough. Because most of the time, pre-releases, I see orange, I slam orange, and then it all depends if you have the block zone or not. I do think they're like one of my locals does this. He always anguishes himself. The last two blocks in his deck always matter, and I'm like, man, it's pre-release, dude. Your block zones aren't going to matter because you have no idea. Like, it's not like a constructed deck where you're like, this person's playing Alyssa. They're going to have 14 mids in their deck. I know I need to play four. I need to hold all my mids or whatever, right? But like, I get it like on spam, like when you're building your foundation count, like what you want to be able to build, for like post attacking, like you build out for your post attacks. There are no zeros, so we're looking at ones. There are some really good one diffs in this set. Um, and yes, I'm counting the heat token generators because they're 1/5 with a +2 mid block. You know what's really cool to block with? A +2 mid block. Because you don't want to block with your attacks that have really good block zones. You want to
Yeah.
block with your +2s, people, so you can just boop, block and then
Yeah.
crack back and you murder the fuck
I
out
mean,
of
for
them.
Yeah.
sealed play,
you know?
Forbidden Exorcism is we're going into all my sealed decks because
Oh, sure.
yeah, because you just go after it's removed. You may try to play as a form from
Yeah.
your remove. It's like, yeah, cool. So it's offsetting the cost of my heat tokens. This is a really
Mhm.
good
Or
design
cycling.
card for the
Or even
Tekken sealed.
cycling too. If you cycle in
It's-
the middle of the turn, that works. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah. My number one look for, uh, is we find it. I'm looking. Where's the evil cards? Evil cards. Where are you at? Evil
so
cards.
while
Sadistic Tormentor is
ooh,
one of my better find cards. If you pull this card, play them in bunches. It's a 1/5 +3 mid block. Enhanced commits attack. It's -2 speed. But if you've taken damage this turn, it's -3 speed instead. Guess what
That's pretty
happens
good.
in
you
a
block
pre-release?
heat
You
token, you
take
take
damage.
one, you
You
get
get hit,
-3 speed.
Yeah.
dude. If your rival has a heat token and you burn one, you get -3 speed on the next move if you want. I like that.
I just
There
looked it
are
up, and I just looked it up, and it's like there's only 46 common and uncommon attacks. That's really low.
yeah. I mean, I think that's par for the course. I mean, like, what's the set size? Same as Rain as Kaiju, right? Roughly.
It's about
185.
185.
Yeah, it's about the same as Kaiju. So I bet you Kaiju probably has the same thing, has the same amount. It's just their attacks do
Oh
more.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
their
They
attacks
have
are just
43. Never mind. You're right.
yeah, it's pretty much on par, right? And then your big boomers are going to come from your rare slot because ultra rare is going to be like a toss up because you may get an ultra rare asset or action. So you're really like your rare attacks and your uncommon attacks are going to be like your finishers and your commons are going to be like your role players and your chain starters. Like I look at a card like Grand Combo. It's a 5 difficulty 3 check 6 mid for 4. And then it says after the attack deals damage, add the top card of your deck to your momentum. And then you remove that card at the end of your combat phase. So like you generate momentum for like a powerful or an echo, or even like a momentum effect like in like a deck or whatever. Granted, it's a little role player. It's just like
Yeah.
it's a 6 base speed move. Sometimes if you put this in Kazuya, that's a 6 mid for 7 on a 5 diff. That gets him momentum that it removes itself at the end of the combat phase. Granted, it's at the end of the combat phase, so you don't get to do the cool Kazuya thing, But it is technically, if you removed 3 and then you Kazuya a fourth one, I believe you can respond still
Should
because
have,
Yeah.
it's
yeah.
the fourth card removed.
As long as
Just a,
it's at the
yeah,
force.
yeah, it's the
I've
fourth
been
card.
looking at cards like Sheng Piao, where you just go in Kazuya or in Eddie or anything like that. You just go. It's a 5 mid for 3 that says if this attack deals damage, you get +X damage to your next attack, which is the
Oh,
number of face
sure,
down
sure.
foundations in place. You just go.
Hey, I got a real good one for you. You ready for it? I got a real good one. It's called some asset called Jin's Glove. I'm just
Yeah.
messing, dude. I'm
No,
just
I mean,
joking. I actually
there
don't.
is
I
a
actually don't
decent
think
amount
that
of
card's
breaker.
very good. I don't think that card's very good in sealed, to be honest. But that's just me.
Yeah.
It's a +1 mid block.
Yeah.
We like that. We
I
like
mean,
that.
One card that I'm hoping to open a lot of, Wine Opener. It's a
Oh,
free.
that card's cool.
It's an
Yeah.
off zone. It's a low attack, and
Yeah,
it
that card's
says
cool.
Blitz. If your rival has lost health this turn, they lose 2 health. It can't
Mm,
reduce them below 1, but it can help advance your game state on an off zone attack.
yeah.
So even if you burn them with the heat token, or like you hit them with a throw, you're like, cool. I get you just that little bit more lower that I need to.
There was another one I was looking at. Go ahead, you keep talking. There was
That's
something I
all I
really.
had for that one.
Where
I,
was
I
it?
noticed that you're also really into Earwig, just being able to remove the top
Yeah,
card opponent's deck
Oh
at will.
yeah, I was just
Earwig
gonna call
and
that one. Yeah,
the
yeah.
the prison, the other void attuned one.
The remove cards.
The
Yeah, where
Vanishing
you remove
Storm?
one
Like
from your rival's
a
yeah,
mill
Vanishing
type
Storm.
thing. Yeah,
If you
vanishing
remove
storm.
one from
Yeah,
your rival's discard pile, and then if they have 3 or more, it gets like 1 speed, 2
one
damage.
two damage.
Any way
Yeah.
that you can keep like shortening your rival's deck, that and then the Jack 8 foundation that mills 2 when you play it.
Oh
You just
sure,
mill
sure.
them 2 in sealed, especially if they're not running all of their cards. Mill is a
Yeah,
devastating way to just try to
Mm-hmm.
hurry up and get out of here.
yeah.
Especially
I
So
with
also
how
so any
light
of
like.
he
those
goes. If
are
you can
good.
get rid of
I do
attacks.
like.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a big fan of privileged upbringing. It's a 1/5/3 low block commit. This attack gets 1/1.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's pretty good.
I'll take a commit for speed and damage, man. I hate committing cards on offense, but sometimes we've got to make sacrifices, dude. Like with again, I'm going to use Kazuya as an example. So we go 1/1 and then we remove it for 3 damage, right? Like it's we can use I don't know. I'm really into playing Kazuya for sealed, so I hope I draw. I hope I get him because I want to play Kazuya for sealed because I think Kazuya is really cool. Um, but I don't. I really don't like. Hand of Ambition is a cool card in sealed if you get one, because it you just lose 3 health to get a heat token. So if your cards revolve around heat token, I think in sealed heat tokens are going to be a little easier to get because your deck's smaller. You get to play more. You get to play off symbol cards that don't that normally traditionally you won't. So you could do it, but you also have to be careful that you don't mill yourself out, right?
Mm.
Like,
Yeah. I also like if we're gonna do heat tokens, gamma system and what's the Heihachi one? Uh Not Resurrected King of the Iron Fist. Warrior Instinct.
oh
Gamma
yeah,
system, you just make a check equal to your hand size to get a heat
mm-hmm,
token. Warrior Instinct, you just flip it and spend a momentum. So that could be a good use of
oh,
momentum, which a lot of sealed struggles with, and you get your heat token. So they are kind of these role fillers of this gets me an extra thing I get to use to keep
mm-hmm.
whittling you down, and it's not costing you 10 cards out of your deck.
Also on like, there's a bunch of really cool defensive foundations. What is it? I just passed it. Blood Talon. It's a Horon card. It's a 2/5/3 low block enhanced commit. This attack gets -2 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
repeatable speed hate and damage reduction in sealed goes a long way to extend your life total. Um, it just depends on what character you're playing. Like if you have a high life total, you can tank more stuff than you can if you have a lower life total. And like Brett said, there's not a lot of 7-handers in this set. There's a lot
I
of
think there's
sixes.
two. I think
Yeah,
there's two sevens and 3 fives.
yeah. The rest of them are all sixes, buddy.
Yeah.
They're all cool. 6-handers are the best.
Like I like White Reaper. You just flip it to return something to
Oh
printed
yeah,
speed.
Yeah.
yeah. Also, like improvise riposte, like you get to add the card to your card pool. Your rival goes to make like their game-winning move, and you're like, well, you just committed all those cards. Recheck.
Yeah.
What do you think about
Just
Card's cool.
What do you think about Lars Alexanderson in sealed?
He has
I don't think there's enough to free build
he has
to make
dumb
him
hair.
really,
I
really
don't think
But
good.
about him.
he free builds
I
off
always make
damage.
references. I always make references
So
to
if you're
the
just
Ace
running a bunch
Ventura
of
hair.
off zone attacks and they can't block, you're just gonna get to free build off face.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's cool.
that's fine, but I
It's I
think he would
think
need more for
I
like
well no
to make him really
necessarily.
good.
I think he can pull off his gimmick easier
Yeah.
than Alyssa can because he can just touch. He just has to touch you, and he can play
Yeah.
throws too, right? Because it doesn't say
Yeah.
non-throw. He can just hit you with anything and then build the next non-unique one, right? Like, unless your hand's all unique foundations, you don't get the cool stuff. But
Yeah, because every
um,
character gets a unique foundation, so you
yeah,
are,
yeah.
but a lot of that's at rare levels, so hopefully you won't be flooded with too many uniques.
Another. I see. You guys are all thinking all big brained. I'm thinking like spam foundations. Mishima Bloodline is really good for a one dip. It's flip +2 -2
Yeah.
damage. Like
Speaking
you
of
can put like
throws,
it's
speaking of throws, Chris,
you know
how many of the 9 throws in the set do you need to see before you play King?
I'm not I would not play that character. Oh, if you wanted to play King, I think you obviously you have to have at least one or two, right? Like but there is no benefit to. I think if you pull king, you just don't play him. There's not enough throws in the set that you won't pull in the same time to make him worth playing. Because like a once per game you play a throw gain 2 life doesn't speak like winning to me, right?
Yeah.
Um,
And why would he play king when he could just play Kazuya and give all those throws 3 damage?
you right, you
Yeah.
right. But like even like the characters that like I could see Reyna being a real popular sealed character because she can defend very well. She can also aggress very well. And then someone's gonna be like, "Man, this character sucks because I was about to kill my rival. I left him at 1 and I was at 5." And then you just get yeeted, right? Like, but
But at the same
there
time,
are like,
a seven hand size character that hurts themselves in a
yeah,
form where you're not going to be able
that's
to block.
it's not a cost.
It's not
Not
Yeah,
a
but
cost.
it's always -3 speed or +3 speed,
It's
which is
not a
pretty good.
cost, buddy. It's not a cost.
Um, I could
I
see
ooh, this is a good one.
what's their name?
Passionate
Um,
Heart. Passionate Heart's really good in this
yeah,
format too.
I could
Chain
see
Mail's really
Heihachi.
good.
I could see Heihachi being good.
Oh, free momentum
Be-
sick in this
And he
format.
gives
Oh yeah.
everything powerful 4. One thing you lack in
It's
sealed
yeah.
a lot is damage. So if you
Correct.
just catch
Yeah.
them with fewer cards in their hand
Yeah.
because they tried to kill you and failed, you're just like, cool. All my stuff has powerful 4. I
Oh,
get a free momentum. You're just gonna
so
die.
the elephant in the room. So if you get the commit -2, and you get the flip for -2, and you get snake shot, which is just sacrifice a foundation or asset for -2 damage, you're never dying. Like you
Yeah.
literally are never dying to your rival, right? Like snake shot is in a common slot is wild to me. Like right, like it's just crazy. Spirited Peacemaker is really good. We get multiple characters in this set that gain a counter because it just says if there are 1 or more counters, you get to ready it. So offensively, you can commit it to pass checks. You ready it. It's -2 speed. It's just
Yeah, it's nice
some
try at
really
home.
yeah, it's nice try. Yeah, it technically is very it is a nice try at home with a high block. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
um, but there's enough of a mix of the foundations where there's some really good defense on these foundations, and if you pull enough, coupled with the right character that can carry your offense, because I think your character is going to have to carry your offense
Hmm.
because some of the attacks are lackluster. There are a lot that are 3 or less damage because that's one of the character's gimmicks is 3 or less damage. Don't hate on my girl. Um,
I would never.
thank you, I appreciate you. But I
I'll hate
think
on
that
my guy all day long though.
I do think though that if you can find a character that can push speed or push damage, you're already ahead of the curve,
That's why I
right?
was looking at Eddie and
And
like you said, Kazuya.
yeah,
Lars isn't there? But
mhm,
if you just got a call, I'll take the first attack that you build one, and then I'll block
correct.
the next
Yes.
one. And like you've gone down half your hand size, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
fool! You're foolish fool.
Yeah, there's not enough draw, I think, to make Lars really palpable.
I don't know, man. Like I don't. To be fair, really, I think if you're talking in sealed, nobody has draw. So
No, yeah.
everyone's playing with their hand size. So I don't think
Wait,
it really
that's a lie.
matters.
Alyssa has draw.
Well, she also
At least
doesn't ready.
once.
She doesn't. She has it once, right? She has
Yeah.
it once a turn cycle, unless she gets the cards that help her build, right? Like
Yeah.
unless she has detachable head, and then we're talking. Then you're winning the pre-release. You know, like
Yeah.
then you're winning your
That's
pre-release
why I
if
was
you have the
looking at Eddie
if you
because
have
it's a
the Alyssa
case of
detachable
you
head.
either
Yeah.
give me the card draw or you're taking damage.
Yeah.
Either way, I'm
Oh
happy.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I do not I did not disagree with
No,
you in that point. I just like Kazuya more because I
because
think
it's more
Kazuya's
damage.
sick.
Yeah.
Mm,
Because it's more damage. What's better than
more
more
damage right off
damage?
the rip.
What's better than more damage, boys?
More
More
damage.
damage. Hell yeah, that's
Which is what
right.
you're saying with
Cameron's an OG, you
Hachi, yeah.
know that.
Oh yeah, I remember those powerful 6 attacks.
Yeah. But like but Brett is correct though. Like Eddie does give your rival pain points where they're like, "Well, do I take this move? I don't want to take a 10 damage move because Eddie scales very well, right? Like he doesn't get to go gangbusters like in one of my videos where I played 8 attacks and only 5 of them actually counted towards progressive, and the last one was for 26. So that won't happen in sealed. But what would happen is you may play 3 or 4 attacks and your last one's for 12, right? Like, does your rival block those early ones? Probably not, because they know if you go to string out on them, you're throwing like double digits as your last attack,
And
right?
what's
So
cool is you can then play that mind game of maybe I'll just hit you with 2 or 3 and you're holding a block for the fourth, and I'm just gonna build 2 pass.
Hell yeah,
Because
we
again,
love the old switcheroo.
yeah, but again, it's also you're in sealed. So how many is case of how many attacks did
Correct.
you
Yeah.
actually draw?
All of them.
Uh,
Correct. Oh God, come on.
I
No,
mean,
we're not Christmas landing here.
No, because that's my luck. I'll draw all my attacks and no foundations to build.
Oh, fair.
So I'll build like 2 on turn 1, play an attack, make it not count, play another attack, build 1 pass.
I do like
I
my
mean
characters that
that
push my
yeah.
opponent's mental load.
Correct. Yeah, and like
My eye twitches every time we use that phrase.
I do think all of the characters are pretty serviceable, right? Like the only
Except for
one
Huarong.
I man, 2 speed goes a long way, dude.
And
Like
it's the only time
yeah,
he
play
gets
but
them
to
all.
cycle. What do
I
you
hate
mean?
self
play
I
them
hate
all.
self mill I
We
hate self mill
literally
characters.
we literally play them all, dude. And
I
then we
hate
mill
self
2
mill
for 2
characters
speed. Dude,
personally.
he is not bad. He's a 7-hander that gets speed. That's not bad in sealed,
Yeah.
right? We were just talking about Reyna. Reyna gets minus speed. Big whoop de doo. She also cuts herself. Who cares if we mill 2? It's not a cost, man.
Yeah, but she's not keyword gated for her clearing.
Why do we care about clearing? We're
I don't
going to
because
just
it's
we don't
words on the
care.
character.
We
I'd
only
rather
get
use
half
all the
our
words on my
we
character.
only get half our gimmick and sealed anyways half the time. So it's like why does it matter? If we
I
have a
suppose
kick,
you're right.
there are enough kicks that we can just play one and we find it, we clear it. Hey, we block with the kick, we can clear it. You know, like there are things to do.
Okay.
And plus you could also play a smaller deck and mill faster to where you could start clearing 2 things a turn if it matters. But 2 speed goes a long way. All you need to do is find some powerful moves. Some people aren't going to block some things, right? And you're going
Yeah.
to powerful to them to the moon. Like I think the only character that probably isn't great is Victor because he's just too gated. He needs a weapon asset, and he needs a weapon asset to commit. There's not a lot. They're in his
Uh,
card. That's it.
would
They're in his cards.
Yoshimitsu
And yours, yeah.
also fall under that? Because I know you could search them if you
It
draw them, but
it
also
depends if it depends. Well, if you get Jin's glove,
Yeah.
probably. If you get his thing, probably. I don't know outside of that. I think he actually might be the second worst character. But again, if you get the good ones, he
yeah,
gets to copy
if
them.
you get his ultra, it's like okay, I'm gonna play
Yeah,
Yoshimitsu.
I
I
mean
mean,
it's not even that. Like if he gets Victor's or his own, he gets to double up on two or 3 and 3, right? Like
Yeah.
he gets to double up on the good ones. And there are some good assets at the common and uncommon slots where he gets to just copy them, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep. I agree. I am kind of glad to see how many assets and actions they printed in this set.
sure.
Because I feel like especially assets we haven't seen a whole lot of lately.
We
Just
don't need to,
because
man.
yeah,
We don't.
people don't
15
like them.
assets,
Well,
12 of which are ultra rare or rare.
that's fine. I mean, they're role players, man. They got to fit in them somewhere, dude. And they
Yeah,
don't want to put them in common and uncommon slots because you don't want your sealed pools
to be
having
all assets.
to be all assets or all actions and stuff like that, right? So,
Yeah, that'd be rough.
and some of those actions, those
Are
ultra
really
actions,
cool.
are very good, right?
Yeah.
They're very good.
Let me just ready 3 foundations real quick in the middle
And
of my string.
personally, I don't care where they are on the rarity scale. I just want them to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you do open them, it doesn't
If
feel
we,
like you
I,
wasted something.
yeah, I just want them to be playable, man. Like Master's Touch is really cool. It's even
Yeah.
better if you
And
have.
hey, the
You could
fire
also,
the fire one works well with
yeah.
your boy from TMNT.
Oh, with Wrath,
Wrath.
yeah,
Because
yeah. I
that's
haven't,
more
yeah,
stuff you can play from removed.
true. I do like Master's Touch because you can technically ready your rival stuff and then stun it and freeze it.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And that's what I was
But
doing
like
with fresh cut grass, so
there's some
I
really
felt
neat
seen.
things you can do. It's just not like the jet burn, the rain of kaijus of the past where I'll play all these attacks, I'll slam all these stats and win, right? You're gonna have to do a little thinking with your deck building, right? And I think that's the cool puzzle that Tekken 8 as a set presents outside of the 14 spams that say remove 10, get a heat token. I
Yeah.
don't even count those cards in the set for the most part. Um, the
Or
set is
arenas.
the the set is very good. It's the I'm probably gonna get flamed for saying this. I think that this may be the best set of the year.
Ooh.
So
I
far.
know so far. Granted, so far I like it more than I do Reina Kaiju because I am not a stats guy. I'm a brain guy. I want to think when I play. I don't want to plain orange put stats, plain orange put stats. Sure, that's what I did with Rodan. I get it, right?
And that's also
You
what you're
know?
doing with Kazuya in the pre-release, but
Yeah, but
pre-releases are
that's
Yeah,
different.
different though.
pre-release is a
That's
different
pre-release.
beast.
Yeah,
Pre-release to stand. Pre-release to construct is completely different, right? Like,
agreed.
but I don't know, man. I just think number one, have fun. That's the number one rule at a pre-release is to have fun. And
Yeah.
if you don't have fun, stop playing. You don't have to play every round. You could just drop and just go get more pre-release kits and open more pre-release kits because opening packs is the best part about pre-release.
I mean that
It's not
that,
actually
Yeah.
that,
playing.
that
It's
applies to
opening
every
packs.
level of event, whether you're at pre-release or worlds. If you're having
Yeah,
fun,
have fun, dude.
just
Fun.
walk away.
If you're not having fun, yeah, dude,
Yeah, if you're not
just
having fun,
please just take a breather, dude. You don't have you are not contractually obligated. Some of us are to be playing. So, um,
I will say I've only
yeah,
been on one event ever where I was forced to play every round. I always play every
yeah.
round
I
usually,
told
but
you
there was only one, and that was when
that was
Chris
that
loaned
was the
me a deck for
stipulation.
Worlds. He
You
said
had to
you
play
have to
every
play.
round. You couldn't drop.
He said you have to play every round, and you have to report to me after every round.
Yes, because I want to know. Yes,
And
correct.
and when I was undefeated going into round 4, you were like, "What the hell?"
Hell yeah, it was great.
You
But
were like,
no,
"Is
but
that
I
you
do.
or the deck?" I'm like, "It's the deck. I promise.
It
I've
was
never
you
played
too.
Akuma
It was you
before."
too. Anywho,
I yeah.
I do think that it the Tekken 8 set presents a really neat puzzle because you have to work in this side gimmick of these tokens, right? I
Yeah.
think you're doing yourself a disservice if you don't try to mix it into your game plan because it's guaranteed damage over time.
Yeah,
I'm
and it
not
gets you
saying use the
closer.
remove 10. If you
No.
want to, you're a Wilden, and that's more on you than it is me. I'm trying to tell you how to have fun. Have fun by playing the attacks that remove 4, and then go from there. I think those are actually decent role players if you want to play the heat token gimmick.
so
And a lot of them are decently statted too.
yeah, I mean,
Correct.
I've revised my position on Tekken 8. I think
We
I
got
think
him,
it.
boys.
You might hate
We
this.
got him.
You might hate this comparison though. It's it's a Crimson Rampage set. It's following on from
Give
a
whoa, 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 whoa! 1 second, 1 second. Can we say Heroes Clash instead?
no, no,
Fuck.
no.
Okay.
I
No,
mean,
because there's more characters than in Heroes
Yeah,
Clash.
I know. It's true. Yes, very true. Yeah.
but Heroes Clash wasn't the best. I'm like you with the reception because Heroes Clash you can get a Heroes Clash box for like $10. It's
Yeah.
but the thing with Crimson Rampage was it followed from MHA 1, whereas Tekken is following from Reign of Kaiju. It followed from
Oh, sure. Yeah.
it followed from very powerful, almost out a different kind of feel set, and
Mm-hmm.
people like to focus on Crimson Rampage's failures, like its weak cards and like its anti synergies, like I did with the remove 10 and like the cost of heat tokens, but if you look at some of the individual cards in Crimson Rampage, it's got some of the biggest erratas and bans and changes
Back alley haymaker.
yeah,
Yeah, boy.
overall it looked weak, but some of the individual
Mm-hmm.
cards more than made up for it, and that's how I now feel about Tekken. Is if you
Isn't that though? Not to interrupt you.
no
Like, isn't that like most sets though? Like, if
yes
you look at a set, most sets maybe less than maybe 20% or less actually see competitive play, right? Like
Yeah.
our decks are made up of multiple IPs from multiple sets. Not every set has 100% of bangers, right? Like
Looking at you, TMNT.
I mean, even TM okay, you say that. You say that, but I guarantee you people are fiending at the chance to buy Superfly Stomps right now when they saw that 2-check SR.
Yep.
Right?
Superfly stomps
People
and
are shooting themselves in the foot because they're like, well,
Wingman sabotage.
I don't have these cards that I'm going to need from TMNT because Superfly Stomp
yeah,
goes and finds anything you want in your discard pile, right? Like there are good cards in every set. Sure, some of them are being overshadowed by previous cards. Looking at
Yeah.
you, AOT 1 and 2 and 3. But
Yeah.
like there are cards that are role players in these sets, and I do believe that come like we talked about earlier at the beginning of the show, rotation. We are losing close to 1,200 cards. Will you play the heat token generators? Probably never. But will you play a 1/3 that says, "Hey man, since I took damage, I get to commit it for -3 speed"?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a really good one. It's just
You
like
know?
the one from the Godzilla Challenger,
I mean,
the
No,
moth
yeah,
the moth
actually,
monster.
it's worded different.
Yeah,
It's
it's if
worded
you've lost health instead of
yeah.
taking damage, right?
no, it's due to a rival attack.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, yep,
But I mean,
yeah.
I said
You
I
have to
said
be
it all the
hit
way.
by a rival
I
attack.
said it since like the
Go ahead.
preview started that the Tekken 8 set was designed with flavor in mind, and I did.
Correct.
I still stand by my saying that the heat tokens feel more flavorable than competitive, and that's fine. We'll
I'm gonna
complete.
interject my
Yeah,
you're comparing to broken things, but we'll talk
yeah.
about that later.
We'll completely ignore arenas because they should have just been
Yeah, that's fine.
they should have just been terrains. Just fight me.
Terrains. They
I've
should have been.
ignored.
They should have been pre-game terrains that came out at the beginning of the game.
I could see that.
Yeah.
That would have been super cool. Pre-game
Yeah.
terrain. We copy everything else Magic does. Why don't we have a pre-game thing and we go get our terrains, right? And then do that if we want to. We don't have to.
After doing the Hermit School episode on arenas, I forgot they existed.
Yay. Go ahead, Brett. Finish your
But
thought.
no,
Sorry.
I'm just saying. I mean, I've come around to it because, like you said, what to kind of like grandize it this year with no events for universities at our regional level. I've been able
Yeah.
to explore more card games, explore more sets, and other things. And
Mhm.
I didn't realize how spoiled we'd been up until AOT one with banger after banger after banger after banger set, which was just giving us a bunch of good cards. And now I'm kind of reevaluating my position of we need more generic cards to reprint. We shouldn't have 16 cards that all do the same thing. We should be able to just reprint one card that is able to do stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
And like
Yeah. I get it.
sets need to be designed with seal play in mind, and that's what Tekken is kind of doing. It should
Didn't
have.
they say they tried to do that with the AOT sets though?
They tried to do that with
They
AOT
try-
one, but failed because
So
yeah.
I'll finish my point there, but I'm going to put a pin right
Yeah.
here, and I'm going to come right back to it. But because I've got a great comeback for that,
I'll
but
hold the pin for
it
you.
breaks my train. But I think designing sets for pre-release, for demos, for people to be able to get hold of the cards and play the cards at a kitchen top level is what this game needs. And not every single set and not every single card needs to be an
Oh, correct,
absolute
yes.
banger. And the casual game is what we're missing here. And like every single
Oh.
UVS event
Mhm.
feels like it's a competitive level, which is one of our biggest drawbacks. But to go back to Cameron's point of did AOT try to that? What did AOT
Didn't it do?
not try to do?
Yeah, it tried to do everything, is what it did. Correct.
It was supposed to be like
Sure.
a soft
Sure,
relaunch
it's
of
true.
the entire game, and then it rather than hitting the ground running, it fell flat on its face.
Yeah, yeah. But
That was a lot of work.
I don't know. Like it was weird. Like I was kind of mid on Tekken when I first started. Like when I started seeing previews. Like I thought the characters are cool. I thought like when I saw my Nina stuff, I was like, this is sick. I think this character's crazy. Like playing attacks from your discard pile is broken. We just Reddit a character that did that.
Yeah.
You know, like having a +1 hand size all the time is great. But like sure, the heat token generator, say whatever. Like the heat token stuff's cool. It's neat. Like a lot of my decks that I've built don't revolve around it because the cards are good enough in other sets on simple. Like the other thing about Tekken is the characters are so mechanically generic outside of the asset guys. Those are
Yeah.
asset people. But like a lot of them are mechanically generic to the point where you can throw whatever the fuck you want in them and they're gonna work.
Yeah.
Right? Like case in point, Asuka. Sure,
Yeah.
man. Like you can play anything in that character, and as long as you block twice, you get +2/+2 on all your stuff on the next turn, dude. Like we Reddit a character into the ground because they got +2/+2 for free. She gets +2/+2 for free. Do you think she's gonna get Reddit into the ground? I don't think so. But like I think there are characters that are just like look at Jack 8.
Oh yeah.
I think he's the coolest character. Jack 8's the coolest character in the set.
That's who I've been
Hands
cooking
down.
with. That's who I've been
Hands
cooking
down.
with.
Jack gets
I
to.
played some sick strings with this guy.
Yeah.
Strings, people. I played 5 attacks with him. 3 of them were Colossal Confrontation, but 5 attacks and a 5-hander.
But
I mean, I'm gonna be chucking thermal blasts at people.
But my biggest
You're
issue with the heat
disgusting.
tokens is you get like the generic remove 4, remove 10 kind of things. But
Yeah.
then you get
Mhm.
what you mentioned earlier, the kit cards. You get the line of
kit kit,
rebellion
yeah,
that goes. You get a heat token if you have 8 or more foundations that factors into how Lars is playing. I'm like, That is
Correct.
such a good use. That one card alone kind of made me go,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this is a card that makes heat tokens worth it
Correct.
because I've
Correct.
now got the ability to string. I've now got my game plan online, and the heat token is an extra. It's not something I'm having to go out
Correct.
of my way to get, which is
Mm-hmm.
especially since there's one our new spam foundation. That was really cool.
Yeah, and there are good. The thing is too is about the heat token is there are good payoffs with some there are some good payoffs. Limited entry. Do you want to use Wild Pussycats and get an attack out of it?
Yeah,
You need a heat
Yeah.
token, but you can get an attack out of it if you have a heat token, right?
Or
Like that card's great. Well,
the
Ultimo
Jack
Jack,
one.
the Jack. Oh yeah, the Jack. Oh yeah, the one that
The
nukes
the
a card
attack
from their hand.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
attack that's just like, let me look at your hand.
No,
Oh, get rid of that.
get rid of it.
Or I get 6 damage.
Yeah, dude, it's wild, right? And like you get Ultimo Jaguar, where it's like, it's an Echo that draws me a card.
Yeah.
I'm down. Like, and
Hell
and
yeah.
King has some easy token generators, right? And he has ways when he gets a heat token to get an attack out of his discard pile. It's just 3 diff. It's super sick.
Yeah.
Um, like there's some really good synergies if you want to work for it. But you know what our community is known for? Not wanting to work for shit. So a lot of them, that's why they say the heat tokens suck because they don't want to work for it, right? So some of them are easy. I have 8 foundations. I have 8 foundations usually by the second turn of the game.
Or you
Super
play this
easy.
one green card that
I
just
play as
builds
green card.
itself
but
automatically.
again,
Yeah, and then it readies and I use it again,
but
right?
like you also said, the community's also used to just here's it for free. You go, I play a tension attack,
Correct.
I get my
Yes.
momentum. I play an attack,
Correct.
I get a power token. Where this was
Correct.
the case of
Yes. Yes. We are conditioned to want free things. We are conditioned to say free is broken, so broken is ergo good, and that's not always the case. At least for game health, I should
no,
say. It's
Yeah.
good for game mechanics, but not good for game health
Yeah,
sometimes,
you don't
right?
want
So,
that drug dealer. The first taste is free.
So what Chris is
hey,
saying, what Chris is
baby.
saying is heat tokens aren't bad. The bar is just set too high.
Correct. It is.
Yeah.
That's what I said by if you compare heat tokens to tension and power,
Yeah,
you can't because
Yeah.
these two are broken. This one is fine. So
Yeah.
and I think some people
It's
go,
much
well,
more
this token's in.
fair, and
It's much
fair
more fair.
feels
Correct.
less powerful.
Powerful. Correct. And I think doing 1 damage all the time is pretty powerful, especially since sure you can't kill them with it, but that throw that they don't have throw hate for sure does.
Yeah. I mean, and heat token certainly says, "Oh, you're gonna Jin's Glove Protector of Life me a whole bunch. You're still gonna take a little bit of chip."
As long as it's a mid. As long as it's a mid. Correct. Yep. As long as
It
it's a
doesn't say
mid.
if it's completely blocked. It says if it deals no damage.
Oh yeah, it deals no damage. That's right. That's right. You're right. I'm wrong. You're the better content creator.
I just spend way
that's
too much time
see
thinking
that
about this game.
this is why Chris's dimension sphere is even better because the attack just gets dropped, so the heat token does nothing.
Yeah, heat token does nothing, man. It's just dimensional sphere. No,
Dimensional sphere,
yeah,
cape,
but no,
Genkai's,
yeah,
heat tokens
yeah.
can't touch you with those.
But no, like I think people should really give it a shot.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I do think like, and I've always said this. Even if you don't like the IP, read the words on the cards. Get the cards that matter to you that you like,
Yeah.
because you know what happens about a year down the road, stuff sells out, prices go up.
Yeah.
You miss out. FOMO sucks. My dog
Yes,
has
it
major
does.
FOMO. He's sitting right here. He misses me. He's literally right here.
Especially when it comes
And
to like
FOMO sucks.
the ultra rares and the rares of Twilight. I mean, if it wasn't for Borderlands reprint, the Water Dogs would have just kept on climbing
Oh
because
sure.
they were
Yeah.
sold out and they were
Yeah.
hard to get hold of.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The same things goes with TMNT and stuff like that. Now when we're seeing the massive Mute Machine reprints in Rebel Frontier and stuff, because they're gone. You're gonna outside of the local
Yeah.
game store, you're going to struggle to find them because people will want to play them.
I do appreciate that the Tekken format LCs where we got the Zeus Unlimiteds and the
Electric Wind
EU.
God Fists.
No, it's called EU Girlfriends. Okay. Um, it's literally called EU Girlfriends. That's for Sammy in Milwaukee. She gave me that. That's a good one. Um, like you start off if you played in any LCs. I know some people don't have LCs accessible to them, but
I get 2 this year.
you
Sweet
literally get to
FA.
start off with one of the best SRs in the set. Zeus Unlimited is amazing, and EU Girlfriends is a great ultra rare attack. It's a build around. It's not
Yeah.
It's a build around, right?
It's a win
Um,
more.
yes and no, but we'll say that for another discussion. But
Yeah.
it's ew girlfriends, so it's great. Um, I do think like them mixing in like they did with Reign of Kaiju with Destructive Heat Ray and Queen of the
Queen of the
Monsters,
Monsters.
that should always be their LC game plan. We put an SR and an ultra rare into every LC pot and then move on because like it gives you access to powerful cards earlier than you would if you were just buying boxes, right? So I enjoy that as a
We
LC
got
for
a comment in chat from Miriam Man, aka Apple, just saying he's struggling to get hold of the King of Fighters attacks and assets because
that is wild. Really?
yeah.
That's crazy. Because I heard Team Hero sold out at the distribution level. Or they're like I know a lot of them are missing Team Hero over the Team
Team
Rival
Rival.
because Team Hero has Sissy Hose and
And Team Hero
Team
15.
Hero
Yeah.
15, even though Sleepyhead's the greatest card out of there for every character that just wants damage. But yeah,
I have Sleepyhead Mothra. It's really fun.
I have Sleepyhead Alyssa.
But one thing that another thing that I like about having those ultra rares and secret rares at the LC level
Mhm.
from a personal thing, one of our locals who'd only been playing about 5 or 6 months, they her and her boyfriend got in with Godzilla. She had a Mothra deck with 4 Queen of the Monsters that
Nice.
got stolen.
No.
Got her backpack got stolen out of her car. So when 3 of us went to go to an LC, we donated her all of our Queen of the Monsters
Ah, there we go. See, you
to
saved the
help her get
day.
her thing back.
Um,
So getting some of those really expensive cards, because I had
yeah,
pulled 3 Queen of the Monsters out of boxes, and I'm like, I don't think I can do that again. Sorry.
yeah,
But
no.
when we just went and got some, I was like, you know what? I
Do
got this for
you
basically free. It's fine.
the comment with the King of Fighters in chat? Card Goblin still sells things like for singles over there,
Yeah, yeah.
right? If I'm not mistaken, the person in chat's a UK
Yeah,
player,
yeah.
I assume, right?
He knew them by name, so I'm assuming.
Okay, so like if you're struggling to find that stuff, I know the secondary market sucks. Um, I know locally we have Team Hero decks at Borzak Games. I don't know. I could always just pick one up and mail it. I know that. I have no problem doing that as long as you paid shipping. So I'm cool with that. I can also just tear it apart and just send cards instead of sending the whole box.
You'd pay less shipping.
You'd pay less shipping.
As someone
But
in shipping,
yeah, I
trust
mean,
me,
like
the smaller the
there
better.
are. I mean, I know like it. It's a. It sucks. I get it. Like a lot of stores don't stock up on UVS products, and when then there's a really good one, it sells out, right? Like we're still sitting on Star Trek decks at Boar's Head Games, even though those decks are pretty cool. They have really neat cards, um, and it just people just don't buy them unless they're they win things. I'm we are such a results orientated community that if it doesn't win a regional or top, it's bad. And I hate that. And I
No.
hate that mantra. And
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
why
how much
for
longer you want to go, Brett, because I can probably go for like 7 more hours.
I'm
So,
gonna.
and I know it's like midnight there.
it's
It's
So
like midnight there. Yeah,
it's like
it's
midnight, dude.
11 p.m. I'm gonna have to wrap up soon because my partner's at a
Yeah,
convention in Manchester, which is like a few hundred miles away. They don't get back till Tuesday.
yeah, I know. And you got the little guy.
I'm on. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you might have seen him popping in and out because he.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
You're
it
solo
is.
He
dad in tonight. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's popped in as much as Chris's wife has.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but
and
they can't see mine because
I
he's
like the
probably
fact
out.
that
Yeah,
I like the fact Cam's door keeps getting progressively more open as well.
that's because my fat cat keeps walking in and out.
Yeah, I know.
It was feeding time.
We're getting told it's almost quitting time. That's what it is.
Miriam Man
Yeah.
saying card
But
goblins
no,
didn't
I
have
do
them,
think.
but they didn't manage to
Yeah,
get hold of
yeah,
the cards. But that's driving to the middle of nowhere. And yeah, it's kind of a bit because of the size of the game. It's a bit of a potluck. Like, I know a store near
yeah.
me that still has original set 1 and set 2 DLC for My Hero Academia. I can also go
Oh.
get the Heroes Clash.
Wow.
I can go get a Heroes Clash and set 1 from another store near me, but I can't find anything post
That's
Jetburn
awesome.
anywhere.
See, he said set 1 DLC, and I immediately went to the
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Grimm's
Oh,
Fairy
I know
Tales.
what
And
you're
I was like,
talking about.
No.
Yeah,
I'm on about
Get
like
those.
All
Those
Might,
are
I'm on about All
awesome.
Might 2 and like all
Yeah.
that stuff and like
yeah.
the
The best
crazy
thing
stuff.
I can say is reach out to the community. if you work it like sure, shipping from over here to over there sucks. It just does. It's not our fault. I'm sorry. But if you reach out to me, I will do my best to get you your cards where I can find if I can find them locally, I can help out. It's hard because once someone gets a read on a card and it spreads through the community like wildfire, stuff just starts getting snapped up
Yeah,
because we are such a small game. We don't print a lot of it, and once it's gone, a lot of it's just straight up gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of those. It's just one.
I mean, Apple's been playing.
It's small size game, man. Small size
Apple's been
game,
playing
I
a very
guess,
long
Yeah.
time.
right?
He's an ingrained member of the community. So if he needs something,
Oh, sure.
we'll make
Yeah.
sure he gets it. But I mean,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
yeah, we do our parts. I mean, I've sent people cards to use for October as well. Uh, it's just we want everyone to have the best possible time that they can have. So it's one of those things that I was just saying, like how competitive events are, but at the same time, you get the mirror image in the event of they're also one of the most casual because people are happy to talk about the decks and make sure everyone is
Hmm.
having the best time because we want
It's
people
like
to
I
come back.
said, there are no new ideas in our game. Someone else has already thought of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Your special deck isn't special. 7 other people have it. They've
Whoa!
already thought of it too,
I
right?
I I still have the only pattern on a Dabby one deck. Let's get this right. That was new under the sun.
Okay, I will
And,
give you I
and
will
I'm just
give
gonna
you
say,
I will
Chris,
give you the Dobby one thing. I will give you the Dobby one thing, man.
and I'll
I will
just say
give you
this,
that.
Chris. How many other fresh cut grass did you see at Dallas?
Fine, whatever, whatever. I'm done with you guys. I'm ready to end this thing. I'm done with you guys,
So
man.
this was supposed to be a like in-depth pre-release prep, but it's just kind of devolved into us having a just good chat. It's been a long time since
Yeah.
Chris has been on here, and it's great being able to have you. You are welcome back anytime. Just let me know you're free, and
Thanks,
we
buddy.
will
I had
slide you
fun.
in.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
sorry that I derailed your conversation like
it's
17 trillion times, but that's just the way I roll,
If it's
man.
not you, it's me. So
I know it's better to be
it's
the
absolutely
guest so I
fine.
don't get yelled at. I don't get yelled at like you do. So, you know,
I
Brett's a
mean,
slave driver. He does carry a strong fist.
he did make me read from a script for our dual reveal, and I went off the rails immediately. I
That's
did
what I
not follow
heard.
that.
It's
you
I did not
perfect.
follow
It's
that.
so good.
you just be
Hey,
lucky
you
that I didn't have my idea until after we recorded it, where I went, I should have made it a rap battle.
Oh, that would have been sick,
man, you
dude.
had me wake up at 4:30 in the morning to record that.
No, you had
I
yourself wake up at 4:30 in the morning to record that
That was
because
the
you had
only
a
time we were
convention.
available because
But
I
no,
had to go to a convention and demo for 12 hours after
I
that.
find these kind of videos and discussions better than like the scripted. Oh, we're going to talk about in depth and just break down like the analytics because these are more genuine conversations. This is what people
Yeah.
Yeah.
want to watch. I want to be part of, and it's like it's the same thing you get like with Response on Play with theirs. That the reason their podcast is so much fun to listen to is because it's 5, 6, 4 friends having a genuine conversation about the game, and it's same like
That and the record scratch censoring is hilarious.
yeah.
My favorite part of response on play is when they call a character trash and then they're like, "Man, that character's gonna win a regional." That's my favorite part, dude. They are so right. They called Raina trash, and I was talking to James at Dallas. I was like, "You know, Raina's gonna win a regional, right? Like, she's that good." He's like, "Yeah, man. I don't know where we got that from. It was really funny. Oh, I love it. It's so good. I
Oh
love
yeah,
them. They're so funny. But yeah,
they're great.
but no, but thanks for having me, dude. I had a lot of fun. I know,
Oh,
like, I kind of just threw myself into the mix like last minute, like a couple days ago. I was like, hey man, I'm ready to do this. Let's go.
and
Hey,
you,
less
and
work for me.
you're still top of my list for when I do Bake Off season 2 to like come in and judge you our top first pick.
Yes, I want to judge. I want to judge so I can tell people, it's kind of it's kind of stodgy. I've been practicing my Paul Hollywood, so I'm good. I'm ready to
I
go.
did love winning and bragging about winning the retro bake off. I bragged about that at Dallas
You
because
need,
someone
yeah, you
was
wear
playing a
that.
Lek Man near me, and I was like, hey, I
It's been
did
on my
something
list
fun
to
with that
sort out,
character.
but with the compact like OP season,
Yeah,
it's been
yeah.
impossible to get time. But once
Oh sure. Oh yeah.
once Atlanta's done, though, everyone's schedules becomes wide open. So probably that's when I'm going to start on
Yeah.
season 2 of Bake Off because
That and
it's
summer's
so,
been really busy for me, so
yeah. It's
I
so,
know we've had to skip a lot of weeks.
we've got Apple saying they want more of you, Chris. So yeah, you're free to come on anytime to come chat and just have a guess about the
I
game.
just like shooting the shit, man.
Yeah.
I don't like me like when me and Ryan record, we've been recording a while. We have like a structure, you know. But like I just like coming on and just like I like when I do stream. I don't stream often, but I just like having random conversations with people because I think that's just like like you said, it's the more genuine, the more
It's more
genuine
fun.
content.
Yeah.
It is. I don't like the man holding me down. Damn it.
No, I mean,
You know.
like
So.
for this one, I did write an itinerary, but Cameron was like, "What the
Oh yeah,
fuck's
that's
this?"
that's
And it's like
Yeah,
it's more
he's
like
like, here's an itinerary. I was like, we have an itinerary now? Holy hell.
itinerary
yeah,
now. What the
it's
fuck?
more
Are we
just
a
like
real show?
that was me writing out my usual skeleton bullet points. Like it's not.
Yeah. I do that.
Yeah,
I do that.
you.
I
Yeah.
mainly just follow Brett's lead because I'm so used to I came on as a guest a lot. So I still kind of
Oh,
have that
sure.
guest
Yeah.
mentality, even though I'm
Like
technically co-host. I just have the
he
guest mentality of I'm just gonna follow your lead, man. I'm just here.
he asked me if I had cards or anything, and I go, "Nah, man, I'm just gonna riff off you because that's just the best. That's how I interact with people really well. Like in my work life, I'm a salesman, so I have to riff off of my customers and stuff.
Yeah.
So like it's just easy. It's just you get the energy and the aura, and you just follow it, and it's
That's
just
how I
like
demo with people.
yeah. You demo, man. I haven't demoed in
But
forever.
I worked an entire convention for like 12-hour days for 3 days
I mean,
That's your choice,
the
buddy.
card
because I said yes
asking
when
for
I was in a good mood a year ago.
asking for the cards was more to put just up on the screen. Like I've got
Oh
12
yeah,
cards up
I
on the
get it.
screen.
Yeah,
But
no, I get it.
no.
I should have just told you the heat token generators, and you'd have been like, "What?" That would have been awesome.
Apple's saying that I need to be demoted and that you need to take charge, Cameron. So like next week's topic's up to you.
No, it would not be UK versus at that point.
It's true.
I mean,
It'd be a
It'd be
tournament.
there's a
yeah, it'd be
subtle
US
irony.
versus.
I mean, there's a subtle irony in you colonizing the show.
I mean, yeah, that is kind of
That
hilarious.
is.
We'll have
It's
our
kind of like
Boston Tea
reverse.
Party moment.
It's kind of like reverse colonizing, right?
Yeah,
Like, it's
exactly.
like because
I mean, I replaced one Brit already,
Yeah.
that's
so
not cool, man. We miss
So
him.
I'm going to
I
take
wish
next week off, and next week UK versus is just going to be Cam and Chris.
I don't know how to do streaming stuff though, so that's a little hard.
I'll just
see. That's what. It's not hard. It's super
yeah.
easy, man.
I mean, I could
It's not
just sit
difficult.
here
Maybe for
and
you
just press the
youngins.
go live button while you two chat.
Yeah.
Brett's our
Anywho,
technical
yeah.
support.
That's awesome. But anywho, yeah, guys, thank you again. Like seriously, this has been a really good time. I love talking about the game, and I love talking about the game with people who also love talking about the game. And like my wife would probably say that you never shut up and I talk too loud. So yeah, it's my superpower, guys. I can't
It's all
help it.
good.
I mean,
I can't
We'll
help
take
it.
it.
we're free content creators here, so we obviously love chatting about the game. It is, as many people say, one of the best games out there with one of the nicest communities. I'm really excited to see what people are doing for pre-release. My old stomping grounds up in Manchester has got a community going again. They've got a pre-release.
Nice.
They've got weekly events.
Oh, that's sick.
It's really,
That's super cool.
even though I don't live up there anymore, I'm just like seeing the progression, and it's great to see the game growing and more people coming in from like these old IPs that people are used to coming in and falling back in love
Yeah.
with the game. After Reign of Kaiju, Trev, one of the Sabertooth FFG players, came back into the game. So it's been really great just to see new people giving this game a try, and more people coming back to the game. And with next year's IPs, I think as long I said in my IP video, as long as Organized Play knocks it out of the park, next year is probably going to be one of the best years for UVS in a very long time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you guys have that on me. I didn't do an IP video because I decided not to because everyone else had done one already.
I
so I'm
did
just
it.
like, nah.
I went in blind, and it was the hardest 9 hours between when it went live and when I was able to get to my
Oh,
laptop
to not pay attention?
to
Gotcha,
be
yeah,
completely off social media, so
yeah.
I didn't get spoiled by
That is
anything.
me in the last 3 days with Spider-Man Brand New Day because I'm seeing it tomorrow at noon. So I have tried to not click anything Spider-Man related.
My
I do not want
partner,
to get spoiled.
my partner went to see it on release and came back on. Do you want the spoilers? I'm probably going to see them all on TikTok. So yeah, go for it. Give me all the spoilers. But we won't touch anything in the spoiler-free zone. I'm going to head to bed.
Yes.
I'll let you guys get off
Yeah.
to go have your lunches and go see your wife who's been flipping us off this entire time.
Yeah, no, it's great. Yep.
That has been funny. I've been wanting to shout something, but then I remember that Chris has his headphones on, so she wouldn't be able to hear me anyway.
She'd be able to hear you anyways, yeah. So
big
it was a good
thanks-
time,
Sucking
boys.
cover!
Yeah.
Big thanks to Blake for being here and chatting. Big thanks to Apple for being here. I'm trying to organize a EU qualifier stream with Blake and Zeph. I've
Cool.
been chatting to some.
Hey, a
I've been
weekend I
chatting
get to take
to
off.
Team Warning from Spain, who have said their flights and hotel are booked, so they're definitely going to be at the U qualifier.
Nice.
So
Hell yeah, that's sick.
if you're in the U, sign up for the U qualifier. It's going to be the biggest and best event of the season, and you get a Rebel Frontier promo for every round you just play, which is absolutely
That
insanity.
is fucking
Nice.
wild, dude. That's cool. That's awesome. That's very,
And
very
if
cool.
you're in the
I'm
US,
very excited
go
for
get
you guys.
your Tekken 8 pre-releases, go get your Jin promos, and get ready for Atlanta because they've got the Hunters
Didn't even call him
allies
by his
and
real
all
name,
the
man.
nonsense
It's
going on
Jim.
there.
You called him by his wrong name, Brett. Jesus Christ, it's Jim. His name is Jim.
See, you keep
Damn it,
saying
Jim.
Promo Jim,
you
damn it.
keep saying that, but I keep getting the Dwight Schrute voice man going, "Identity theft isn't a joke, Jim."
Hell yeah, we love The Office. Hell yeah.
But
All right, I'll let you close this show out and stop hijacking.
Yeah,
your show. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
we'll leave it there. And Chris, do you know my
Huh?
token phrase that I do for my videos?
No, because I never make it to the end.
Are you
What do you
saying?
do?
Are you saying for a minute? Well, I was going to ask if you
I-
wanted to sign. I was going to ask if you wanted to sign off the video.
Oh no, I would just say, man, this is UK versus win, lose or draw, baby. We win every time. We win every time.
As long
Close
as you're
enough.
having fun, you're a winner. That's what's important.
That's correct. We love you all. Thanks for paying attention to us for this
Yes.
many hours.
Right, we'll
I
see you
love
next
you
week.
guys. You guys are the best.
Best